when I started this shit, there was somebody that I wanted to have on here. And it is weird because I have guests that are guests, and then I have guests that are like family. And you are family. Because it's like we chill beyond, we break bread.
Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
a different level. Like, you're my homie.
My brother.
You know what I'm saying? You're my brother. Yeah, I'll take that back. You're my brother. Like, it's
You're my brother.
It's a different level. Like, I chill with you. So, but regardless of that, I respect your lyrical ability beyond. It's a level of like, I don't think they know. They do know. Everybody knows. But I'm saying, I respect lyrical ability, and you already know me. Out of countless conversations that I had, I hate local rappers. No disrespect to them. I just don't like them because I know what you do, dog. I see you. Like, your lyrics don't match your life, and you don't need to do all that. Just rap your truth and you be good, fam, and people will respect that more. Yeah. Right? But when it comes to lyrics.
You sure that it's still like that, though? Like, you know.
Meaning what?
Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess I'm kind of like removed, you know, from, I guess, the quote unquote local, you know, scene as far as like my hometown, you know what I'm saying?
But lyrical ability is.
But no, what I'm saying is like, I'm not sure if there even is those kind of characters anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because like, who even is rapping? And from my knowledge, the ones that are, you know, they're not really faking it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
you're right.
I don't know.
You're
like,
right.
Maybe, you know, off camera we'll speak about, you know, who exactly you're speaking on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'll see. But for the most part, like, for the people I consider, you know, rappers are like, you know, real MCs and artists
yeah,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
town.
Was that
From
me?
the town. Real, yeah, that's
I'm
you.
unprofessional. Remember?
Yeah.
I was bragging on how professional I am.
My shit off. But but nah, like
I get what you're saying. You're right. I guess I'm holding on to old things.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? In an era where, you know, we had a studio, obviously, and
fun time.
A lot of artists did come through and from the town and rap there, you feel me, and were recorded or whatever, you know, and even till this day, because, you know, the shit fucking evolved, you know.
Big
Cade,
Bang. Shout out to Cade, Big Bang Studio.
Big Bang Studio, you know.
Go check him out. I'm gonna have him on here.
I'm gonna be honest with you, son. They got it. You know what I'm saying?
He got
like
it. He got it.
Yo, Cade, you snapped. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely did.
But for the most part, anyway, a lot of artists used to come through, and I guess you're making your judgment based off of maybe some people that you would have at the time, you know. But now, I don't know. As far as the artists that I know of, unless I'm just like old now and I don't know, you know, who's popping or whatever. But for the most part, I feel like everybody honest, everybody, you know.
I think it did get there. I think at one point it wasn't. At one point people were faking jacks, and then it got to the point where like, this ain't working.
Yeah.
Let's just be us.
Nah,
so you're right. You're right.
I feel like there's always like spurts, right? Where people get like inspired, I don't know, in whatever shape, you know, or like, I don't know what happens, but they get inspired and all of a sudden everybody starts like rapping again. And it's like, if you know, excuse me, if you follow people on social media, it's like people end up throwing shots, and then it's another battle going on, and it's so-and-so against so-and-so, and so-and-so doesn't mess with so-and-so, and it's always a, you know, a spurt. And what I try to do is stay away kind of like from it. You know what I'm saying? Because
time out. If y'all keep hearing me cough, I was just yelling in the living room over hip hop.
Yeah, we do that. We tend to do that.
Yeah.
Hold up, party. Let me.
Yeah. We were just yelling over hip hop. This is what we do.
Yeah, man.
He was here for like an hour. But you're right. They do get inspired eventually, like little by little, and then they go through like waves.
Every so often. But I do feel like there was kind of like the last fizzle out where a lot of dudes had to just pack it up and just admit kind of like, I'm sorry, am I too close?
No, that was, no, you good.
So like where a lot of dudes got to kind of like, not even like admit that like whatever, but you know, like more or less like humble themselves, because a lot of dudes was talking like, I never spoke like that. You know what I'm saying? I never. And like I said, I don't. You know it.
You don't have to get into it if you don't want to, but I get what you're saying.
Let's scratch the surface on that, and if we dig deeper in it later on, let's get back to it. But go ahead, continue on. My fault.
No. This is what we do. There's no script here, baby.
Exactly. I know. But
this
it's
is
like,
what we do.
You know, I just want to
It's free, dog. We free in here.
Because you know, like, all I'm saying is that I notice that every so often people get inspired and then they put out music, and that shit is dope. I mean, you know, to me, it's like, even for myself, people be like, "Yo, you still doing your thing?" I'm like, you know, of course. Like, I'm always going to write. You know, I'm always gonna express myself in this way because this is the talent that I was given to express myself, right? So when other people are stressed and they don't necessarily have an outlet, you know, for having this talent, I do. I could play an instrumental and I could literally like unleash, you know, whatever it is I'm feeling and make art out of it.
I never thought about it like that.
Other people don't have that outlet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
think about that.
They just punch holes
like
in walls.
music is a big part of my life. You know what I'm saying? Not just because I'm a quote unquote rapper or whatever, but
MC. You're an MC.
Yeah, I'm an MC.
Yeah. There's levels.
There's levels, right?
There's levels.
But not because I'm an MC, but because like, you know, I'll go crazy without it. You know what I'm saying? Music is just like, yo, I wake up to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just everything to me. So for me, it's like, you throw a beat on, I could express myself in ways that other people can't. And sometimes I think to myself, like, what if I didn't have this form of expression? Like, you know, what would I fucking do with my feelings?
I never,
you know what I'm saying,
thought about that.
Because I'm the type, yo, you know, I get, you know, my cup fill up quick. You know what I'm saying? So,
but you keep it cool. But when it fills up, though, it fills up quick.
Yeah. So I
never thought about that, even in myself. How many times do I write a track that I'm like, I'm just writing a track?
Bro,
no, it's actually, I was probably feeling that.
So I'm glad you said that because the other day, you know, you came through the crib and like while we were in the backyard and you started like going, right? You started like letting me hear the things that I haven't heard in a little while. You know what I mean? And like, I don't even know if you realize like some of the things that you were, you know, spitting to me in the backyard were like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Especially with like, I was telling you, there's like a resurgence of rap now, right? Where people want that sound, you know what I'm saying? And like what you did in the backyard was so authentic, right? You feel me? And it was so dope. Like the shit that I heard that I haven't heard in a minute. It was just like, yo, you know, you saw what I played for you in the living room.
Yeah,
if he could do that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on.
And
bro.
everybody tells me that, and I feel like I'm on a. It was never my thing because I was b-boying first. I started dancing in '96. I picked up a pen in '97, so I've been writing the whole time, which people don't know.
Yeah.
Like they hear my bars, like, oh, you started?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no.
You're the b-boy. When I bring you up to people, because you know you're a bit, you know, older than me. When I bring you up to people, they know you for that. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
B-boy.
So they don't even know my bars because I ain't put them out there.
But I met you on some rapper shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I found that out, which was crazy because when I was a kid, that was like my fucking.
It was like backwards,
that was
right?
like my thing. It was like, yo, I used to like aspire to be like the illest b-boy, but you know, physically, I was physically impaired. And shit.
Hey, that's
chunky boy on my
you know,
life.
b-boy chunk.
I'm gonna be honest with you, yo. You ask anybody, yo, for my weight, I was out there.
I was doing it.
No, I'm
you know what I'm saying?
To this day. I like that.
You know what I mean?
Nah, but in all honesty, yo, I was teaching my friends how to do shit that that I wasn't capable of, but I knew how to do technique-wise.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, that type of shit, man. My garage was like B-Boy Central at the time. I opened my shit up, throw the beats on. I had the cardboard with the linoleum taped on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean. And like even that, right? When it comes back, and thank you for the backyard session that we called. That shit was dope, right? And
yeah, you went off.
and those are like, when I had Krills on here, I told him like, yo, I wrote 44 songs in however many months, and I laid down like 34 of them. He's like, come on. He didn't not believe me, but he was like, dead ass? Bro, I got a notebook. I pulled the notebook out, and I was like, look, they're dated. He was like, what? You dated them? I was like, yeah, look. January.
Mad organized.
Yeah, and then everyone that I laced, I folded. The corner. I doggy-eared them.
The ones that you
I recorded with Kate. I doggy-eared them. And he was like, bro, it's a whole me notebook.
Nice.
And you look at the date, and it'll say January 1st, January 2nd, January 5th. But it's hook, 3 verses, bridge, like, and it's like, oh, these are songs. Yeah. And you did 3 songs in a week? Yeah. Like, bro, I got like 4 albums in one notepad. And then I got like 7 albums in other notepads in the safe. You know what I mean?
I wish I could say the same.
But this is my thing, though. You put shit out. Let's go to Port Authority.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Go to iTunes.
Yes.
Go to iTunes, everybody. Please.
Apple Music as well.
Apple Music.
Which is the
wherever,
easiest in my opinion.
Oh, is it?
Like, I don't know. Keep it G and go to YouTube. Go everywhere.
Port Authority. Boom.
That's there. Port Authority. Tri-State Gates. Tri-State Gates. Tri-State Faze.
Yep.
Faze.
Yeah, go to
Faze.
Oh shit. Come on. Oh shit, my bad. Go to iTunes, Apple Music, everything.
Instagrams too. I mean,
Instagram.
while I'm at
Yo, what's
the
Instagram? Give them your Instagram if you want to.
No, at Tri-State_Faze. You know?
It'll be in the description in the video. You know what I mean? And also, shout out to the homie Tri-State Gates. Yeah. I drove up to Brooklyn with my brother, and my brother T went with me. He was episode 27. This is episode 51. I drove up to Brooklyn, episode 27, and I hauled all this shit with me. Yeah. And I set it up in his stew. You know what I mean? I was trying to get him to come here because I wanted him here. Yeah. Because it just feels different in here.
We'll do a part 2.
Yeah.
Both of us.
Yeah, we'll do a Tri-State.
We're actually working on something, and I guess I don't want to I'm not that guy, but I'm saying we're literally like we have some stuff, and when we do release it,
y'all got to come here.
We'll come here.
And Gates got to take the ride. You know what I mean? We'll figure that out.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll figure that out.
We'll come here, bro.
All right, bet. Yeah. We do that. But go over there. Apple Music, iTunes, Port Authority, Tri-State. That's TRI State.
And even for those, like we were just talking about the local scene, you know, for those who've been asking me who maybe haven't seen or heard me even post that, because you know what it is like with Instagram algorithms or like Facebook, and I'm not really too savvy on the social media shit. So like I don't like, you know, I partake, but lightly. You know, I'm mad primitive when it comes to like technology and shit.
Now, I got a question with that because I feel like I'm forced to do it because of what I'm doing.
Go ahead.
I feel like I'm forced to do it.
Go ahead.
Because I have to do it.
Go ahead.
And it's like I do it. I'm not doing this for money. I keep saying this. Thank God I got a job and my mortgage is paid. I'm chilling, right? I'm doing this for fun. But when I say like, share, subscribe, it's just so other people could hear other people. Like I said, it's free to show love, but it's expensive to hate.
Yeah.
If I have somebody on here, it's because I respect them. I'm genuinely a curious person, and I just want to hear whatever. I have fitness people on here, Second Amendment, vegan, whatever. I have everybody on here, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not in the social media aspect. I feel like it seems a little thirsty to be like, the call for action. Subscribe to the channel, bro. It seems thirsty to me.
It's not thirsty, bro. I mean, in the lane that you're playing, I mean, if you want this to
pop
get
off
to where you want it to go. Then
but see, I don't even have that. My thing is,
you do. It's as simple as
I do.
It's as simple as you showed the world that you got these, which.
Yeah,
you know, that's another story, but
yeah, shout out for you for dropping that.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
I mean, I think of you whenever you put me onto a lot of shit that I didn't hear from him. So, you know, for me, it was like I knew of him, but I grew to know the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah,
through you. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it was like, why does he keep listening to this?
Like for me, the only song that for P that I was in tune with was the feature with Jedi Mind Tricks, because
Blood Runs Cold.
I listened to Jedi Mind, so that's how I heard Sean Price for the first time.
Wow. But what a good verse to find out.
What a good verse and what a good way, right? What a good album.
That was like cheating.
To find them on.
You know what I mean?
Crazy, right?
That's cheating.
But
almost.
you put me on to the whole like Duck Down universe and like and you know Sean Price as the brand, because look at this. You know what I'm saying?
Unbelievable.
And the way I feel when I look at it, it's like, you know, like I guess how I felt when I was a kid opening up a fucking collectible action. I don't know, like, you know, for me,
I feel you. I know exactly what you're saying.
This gets the same praise. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But we just got sidetracked.
Yeah. This is what we do all day.
It's always like that.
Social media. Then we went
you
to
need to get more savvy, and just like I said, just the way you posted these, you know, as simple as, you know, we're doing this. You let them know, yo, subscribe. And I'm saying this shit, and it's like I just said I wasn't savvy, but I mean, at least I know that much. You know what I mean? Yo,
yeah, we know the algorithm. We know what it takes.
Yeah, like, yo, you know, subscribe. You know, listen to my man's podcast, man. I mean, view it. Do you do this audio and visual, or
just on YouTube for now? I was doing the Anchor shit.
And go on YouTube, search it up, AWOL podcast, and in all honesty, you know, I didn't come do this initially because you were telling me you were going to do this even, you know, before you even did it. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's all about timing, and I'm here now, right?
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
So
let's do it.
As far as, like, and even coming back, right? Because my thing is I always want to give flowers to people, because everybody, it isn't until somebody passes or is no longer around, they could still be alive, but they're not in the same state or whatever, that you start being like, damn. Motherfucker could draw, right? And it was like, rest in peace, my homie Jonathan. That's my brother, and I will hold that regret for forever. That's another podcast, right?
Yeah.
But, and like, it's always like, there's ego involved. This is the problem. This is a problem. Ego is a problem to the point where you know someone's nice, but the fact is that you do what that person does as well. But each ego's like can't admit that the other one is good when they're both good, right? And that's when it's like I try to live my life where I don't care, right? So where like you could do what I do and I do what you do. Yeah, ego's out the window. I have to take myself out of the equation and be like if somebody, my homie wants to start a podcast, right? Hit me up the other day. He was a guest here. He's like, yo, I want to do it. Do you mind if I use the stew? That's too much. Because I don't know my schedule. I don't like that pressure, though.
But for me, it's like, you know, if you take your craft serious and like...
You would figure it out. But I still get it.
Does he have it going on already? Or he was trying to do like...
He's trying to start one. And he's like, yo, you already got it?
Then I understand.
Can I just pull up? But I'm like, what? You're going to pull up and have your background look like my background? Like... We can't do that. And second,
it'd just have to be like
schedules don't match.
Test.
So I said, look. How about we do this? Because I was trying to be the RZA of this podcast shit. Yeah. Right? Where the same way Rogan got on 11 years ago in his fucking living room with a laptop on Ustream, high as hell, on shrooms, talking shit with his homie Red Band. That was it. Yeah. 11 years later, he talking to Bernie Sanders, Elon Musk. What are we talking about here, right? Did never advertised, never took out a billboard, never did anything. He just kept it funky. So, but he put people on. He put Theo Von on, and Theo Von's career took off. He put Brendan Schaub. He put this guy and that guy and this. And he was the RZA of the Wu-Tang, of the podcast world. Joe Rogan is the RZA. And I said, everybody wants to be Method Man, but nobody wants to be Wu-Tang. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you want the solo man.
Want to be the star.
So I don't need to be that. I'm the guy that... So I told him, look, fam, come to the crib. We'll have a meeting. And I'll tell you what I did right. And I'll tell you what I did wrong. And start your own shit. And go, you know what I mean? And just do it, whatever you want to do it. But I feel like people ego trip. Now, do you think... especially when it comes to hip hop, do you think people's egos don't let them give flowers? Because I want to give you flowers, and I'm biased because I know you and I break bread with you, but lyrically, you're a fucking problem.
Thank you.
And that's if I didn't know you, I'd be like, all right, you can't deny it.
Maybe
Facts are facts.
Maybe I was. I'm washed now.
Nah.
So they say.
So they say. You know what I'm saying? That's malarkey, right?
You're funny.
Okay.
But yeah.
You know what I mean? But I want to give you those flowers, just so you know.
Thank you.
God forbid the universe does what it does. I respect your craft.
Thank you, bro.
But
I wrote a lot to.
I think you're nice. Super duper nice. But do you think ego, I write too, doesn't mean I can't say you're fucking nice.
Yeah.
So how do you handle that?
Like ego?
Yeah. As a lyricist, because hip hop is competition. It's competitive.
I mean, I don't really I don't know. For me, when it comes to like me writing, right, or me rapping or getting on a record with somebody, it's like that's my art, right? So I don't trip on ego when I'm painting my picture, if that makes sense. I am competitive if I feel like I know you got a pen and I know you nice. I'm definitely gonna go. I'm definitely trying to think deeper and go harder. You know what I'm saying? It's competitive shit. Like I'm not gonna let you. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I don't deal with ego when it comes to that. Like I could be in a room full of people and I could sense it. You know, and I don't know. I guess I just let it like roll off my shoulder. I don't care. Because, you know, for me, it's like I said, you know, rap is a sport. It's competitive. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, we could do something. I never turn those. I mean, I wouldn't say that now. You know what I'm saying? I've grown. But like I said, in that time, it was like, come on.
Really?
Look,
you want this problem?
Nobody, like, and not to say nobody. I wasn't gonna say nobody wanted it. I'm saying like nobody ever. I don't know. Those that did, you know, we battled and it was cool. You feel me? But I don't know. Like I said, I don't deal with ego. When it comes because I'm confident in my own art. That's how I express myself. You know, I spent hours and hours working on that shit. So nobody's gonna take that away from me. There's certain things in life that certain people are good at. I'm good at that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's like Sharp Price is like, look, that whole I don't know. The caveman shit of this rap thing is, can you rap? Can you rhyme?
Exactly.
That's what he said. Can you rhyme? And that I can do.
I could rhyme.
You could rhyme.
That I could do. Even if I haven't put out anything, even if I didn't go as hard as anybody else to try to be quote unquote successful at music, you know, I definitely got a pen. And you know, it's apparent. Like I have songs with people. You know, y'all could be the judge, man. Like you know, like I said, I'm always confident, and I don't deal with ego.
Now, that once again, I'm coming from a biased point of view, so I'm trying to make it neutral. But regardless of being biased or not,
I'm so sorry to cut
I don't
you
give a
off.
fuck. That's what we do here.
Sidebar to what I was saying too. It's like with ego, when it comes to like, you know, two people doing the same thing, and you know, like that portion of it, because I didn't touch on that portion of it is like yeah, that's true. You know, sometimes when there's another individual that, you know, does the same exact thing as you or is on the same mission as you, they may not want to pass the ball to you even though you're closer to the rim. You know what I'm saying? And that's happened to me a few times. You know, I don't, you know, it is what it is, but that's perfect. It's the truth, you know, but at the end of the day, it's on, especially when it comes to rap, it's on that man, you know, which is myself, I'm speaking about, to overcome that shit and just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna do my own thing, and I'm gonna fucking put it out regardless, and I'm gonna do this regardless. But
next time I get the ball, I'm dunking the fuck out of that fucking thing.
I am gonna hug the ball now. Now I'm not gonna pass it ever. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
type shit.
I like that.
Yeah. So, but if you choose not to, then that's what happens. You just kind of string along, and you know, you do your ones and twos. But That's definitely something that exists. Yes, and it sucks because a lot of people. And this is for anybody that's trying to do this rap shit. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who is talented. You know what I'm saying? In any aspect, actually, not even just rap. People will try to hinder you. From. You know what I mean? Just because they want to attach their name to it, or they want to be a part of it and they feel like they won't be, or just out of like sheer trust issues, you know what I mean? And it's
That's
all
great.
And it all stems back to success and money and the shit that we're chasing. So like I said, people guard that shit crazy, and ego is involved because when they see that you're talented and you possibly could, it's on a person to be humble enough to be like, yo, you know what? Shit. It's you. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that.
Let's push you. And if you're the one that takes us up, hopefully you turn around and be like, I'm gonna bring them up with me because they pushed me up the hill. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we could have been beefing over this whole shit.
Yeah.
But they were like, listen, we all want to make it, but let's be honest.
Exactly.
Out of us 5, you're the one that probably will.
Exactly.
So how about we all push you, dog, and then hopefully you bring us up when you get on.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. In any aspect.
In any aspect. That could be whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
In any aspect. Even in anything, Like, I saw a meme the other day that said something about had the type of friends that mention you in a room full of opportunities or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. That's kind of like where you're getting at, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you gotta have the people around that's
exactly that are willing to be like, yo,
like, go ahead, fam. Like, I don't give a fuck,
nigga. Like,
yeah, like, you nicer than me. All right, then how about you all right? This is what we gonna do. I want to rap too, dog. But guess what? I ain't going platinum. You're gonna go platinum. You feature me on a couple songs or whatever, right? Whatever. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'm going to roll up your posters, though. I'm going to do your social media. I'm going to be like, yo, check out my homie. I'm going to do the whole fucking crazy street team, social media, this generation street team. I'll be that guy.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be like, yo, man, I can't believe he put his career to the side and was like, fuck, I don't even rap no more. Now he's the video guy.
Yeah, man.
You feel me? Like, I became the video guy. And then it's like, eventually...
When you concentrate, it just ends up being a beautiful thing, man. One person got to be on to put everybody on.
Now, is there a point where that you're fucking mad nice, right? Do you feel... This is a question that I ask myself. I'm projecting my shit on you, right? But I'm saying, is there a time where you sit there and say, damn, I ain't put nothing now?
Yeah, all the time.
Do you go through that?
All the time.
So I'm not in the own island by myself.
You're not the only one, yo. A lot of
I feel like it's
believe it or not, the best art is unseen. I just came up with that.
Off the top. MC for real, baby.
For real. I just came up with that.
Yeah.
The best art is unseen. That's the honest truth. It's just like that bar, I don't know. There's a Michael Jordan in Rikers Island. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That never made it or whatever. Like, fucking, that's it. That's it right there. It's like, the best art is unseen.
But is there because I always wonder, is there going to be a time where it's like, I fucking wish I would have just laid them all down?
I think that time already came for me. I mean, laid them all down. Meaning like records that are written?
Like it's beyond just what the algorithm wants, and then it's now.
Okay, time out. You said lay it all down. You mean lay it all down or put it out to the public?
Yeah. Put it out. Lay it down and put it out. Like, just hold this, hold that. No album, no project. Just bang them with songs. Just
put it out.
Fuck it.
I mean, a lot of people
just flood them.
A lot of people do that.
Just fucking flood them.
The whole SoundCloud era of rappers were doing that. They
Made a
They
song,
would just
dump it.
flood songs. Yeah, it wasn't albums. It was just flooding songs.
Now, that's what I mean. Is that a thing? Or you're like, I ain't fucking with that style? Would you?
I don't have a method. I don't have a method because honestly, I never really like rolled anything out. But for the most part, I mean, like Port Authority, we semi rolled it out. I mean, you know, it was done kind of quick, but whatever. I mean, like I said, I never officially rolled anything out. But
Have you had a solo joint? You haven't had like a solo out, like a project, like a pure.
no,
Which I feel like you would have had 10 by now.
I like almost a few times had you know had
Yeah,
one, but I don't know.
I feel like
Nothing
on
I never
the
re-
whiteboard there was a couple.
Nothing I never released. Do I have songs by myself that I feel you know could have been or would have been bangers, or shit that people would have definitely like been like, damn, yo, like this kid got something. Yeah, I have those in the chamber. I have CDs that I found from like 2010. You know what I mean? 2009.
There's still bangers on
07, like just songs that for the time I felt like, you know, maybe in a more refined situation it could have definitely been I mean, I say definitely been possible, but you know, rap there's a renaissance now, man. Like you never know.
Yeah, you were telling me that. That's crazy.
You know, what if I get this battery? You know, you never know. I talk like that, but in all honesty, I do really want to release a project by myself.
I think the world needs that, and
you know,
it deserves that.
Everybody who ever like heard me or rooted for me, or because you know in the street they see me rap by myself.
That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't a duo situation. You know what I mean? In the street, everybody knows me for just rapping by myself, hearing verses. I just bless them. You know, I spit and spit and spit in different ciphers, battles throughout the years. And yeah, like I said, I never released a project though. You know, so they, you know, it never really materialized because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you gotta have something to sell. You gotta have something to give to the people.
But that's what I mean. I feel like, but like you said, everything is timing. And it's the worst part if you drop something and it's like you try to rush time.
Yeah.
You're like,
I mean, you still got time, bro. Even you know, like I said, this is art, bro. Like nothing. Look at Tego Calderon, nigga. He got on. How old was he? He was super old.
30s,
and you know,
mid 30s.
And like I said, you know, I'm in my early 30s. You know what I mean? Yeah, it doesn't run out, yo. Like I said, this is art. If you're 50 and you paint the dopest picture, remember the museum comparison. You paint the dopest picture and you're 50 years old. I mean, shit doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You know what I mean?
That shit is dope. I want to hang it up.
I could be 60 years old and I just produced the hardest beat
ever
you ever heard, and then when you find out about me, oh my God, this 60-year-old produced it. Look at Rick Rubin, you know.
Jesus Christ, that's another one. Granted,
and like I said, if for those who don't know who he is, you hear a record that he produces, you hear MC Ramen on it, you're gonna be like, oh shit, this is dope. You don't know that
this white guy with a white beard,
old dude produced
bald, long ass hair. And you're like, that guy?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the image, you're like, that guy is on Jay-Z shit?
Because you know, at some point you grow out of you grow out of the I'm gonna make it big, I'm gonna be rich phase, and you kind of like really, really try to master your art. You know, because if you care about it, if not, then you keep chasing the money, and your music kind of sounds like you're trying to go with the times, and it doesn't sound authentic. Some people are authentically with the times. A lot of people chase it. You know what I mean?
More people chasing than not.
Cool. Yes.
Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah. If it's not the standard, if it's not already on, I would say that a lot of shit sounds like you're chasing it. You know?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But for me, like I said, in this new realm of like MCs that are coming out now, I feel like, you know, there's a lot of like, you know, just good rap.
Just straight bars. Like, I like that.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to that. I kind of felt it. Because the shit that I'm listening to, it's new. Right? But I don't know. This is where I'm puzzled. I don't know if I adapted to them, meaning to the time, where now a song that I'm like, yo, this shit hard. 10 years ago, if I heard that same song, would I be like,
wouldn't have liked it.
I'm like, it's fucking whack. Or are songs that I'm finding, artists are more like, you know what? Listen, the fucking party's over, bro.
No.
We're going to do what we want to fucking do.
No. See, all right. I like that you said that because it's not about, excuse me, yo. I mean, you know, I just had a couple beer.
Who gives a fuck?
I know, right?
We out here, bro. AWOL Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Tri-State
_ FAZE.
FAZE. Yeah. Faze.
Faze.
FAZE. It'll be in the description.
So,
get your sneaker game. Did I say that all out?
To this day!
You know what I'm saying?
Funny you said.
We didn't even get there yet.
Yeah, but what was I gonna say?
New ways that my ear.
No, all right. So what it is that, all right, so in 2021, right, and this is what happened a few years ago, and it started with the SoundCloud rappers, right, the little Uzis and those guys, right. What happened was, prior to that, you had to be like industry standard radio ready in order for you to be like, for you to have an impact, right? Because if the radio didn't play you and validate you as an artist, then, you know, what kind of stand are you on that makes you valid in the industry?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
No stain.
So what the internet kind of did with SoundCloud, it created a way where, you know, there was like a subculture emerging where kids weren't listening to the radio no more because it was cool to play J. Cole and Drake on the radio, but now they're listening to Lil Uzi Vert on SoundCloud, and that's where he's releasing music. For example, Post Malone, you know, 2015, I went to South by Southwest in Texas, and apparently, you know, that was where Post Malone, you know, performed and got quote unquote discovered, whatever. But when I got back, I was already on him because of that trip. So he had 5 songs, you know, 5, and some of my favorite songs that don't sound anything like, you know, what he does now, but you know how it goes. They use hip hop and then they transition. And
yeah, of course.
That's another topic. But for the most part, in the beginning, he had 5 songs, and those songs had plays out the ass, hundreds of thousands, you know. So it got to the point where those artists kind of broke. And I remember the first day when I heard Ebro throw on a Lil Uzi Vert record, or like, you know, just those kind of dudes, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like
SoundCloud
and not to take nothing away from these dudes, I'm talking, you know, because it was just a different wave at the time, you know. And like I said, there's industry standard rappers like Drake, like J. Cole, like Kendrick, like whatever, and then there's these guys brewing, you know, through SoundCloud and through the internet, through YouTube videos.
It's this generation's underground,
kind of, sort of, yeah, the internet underground, you know. And so that broke, and it kind of created that whole punk rock rap scene that we're kind of looking at now. You know, rest in peace, Juice WRLD. Artists like him, you know, rest in peace, Triple X.
Yep.
Those kind of dudes, you know what I mean? Like I said, you know, the internet, right? It created that. So what happened was, you know, these kids were listening to that, and they weren't listening to. So I remember, like I said, when Ebro first played one of those records, and it kind of became, that was when it was like, oh, they made it to the platform. They made it to the
made it to the race.
You know?
They made it to the party.
Yeah,
the function is now. They open the doors for
now it's them. You know, now you know, whatever. And the other artists started to become like kind of like the vets now, like the Drakes, the J. Coles, the Kendricks. They're looked at like, you know, to the point that even Young Thug is looked at as kind of like a vet. And I know you definitely don't partake in the Young Thug, you know.
I don't listen to him.
Exactly.
I'm not shitting on him either. I just don't listen to him.
It's not to shit on him. I just know it's not your style of hip hop or whatever, of music. But
he's still, it's like, yeah, I get where you're going with it.
For me, you know, I would say that in the beginning, Young Thug was taking a lot from like Wayne, you know, and what Wayne was doing, because I remember when I first heard Young Thug, I was like, who's this guy trying to sound like Wayne? That kind of was my opinion. And like I said, no disrespect to him, you know what I'm saying? But that's just what my opinion was at the time.
Correct.
I love the Danny Glover record with Nicki Minaj. I remember I went to Summer Jam and she brought him out, and it was insane. Like, I was excited. You know, I was like, oh, that's dope. Young Boy's getting his shine on. But he grew to a whole different type of style, the whole different thing. And, like, the kids, they love him. They kind of hold him to that, like, Gucci Mane. Like, the way Gucci Mane is to people. Like, it's like, you know, and he's putting dudes on like Gunna, which I love Gunna. You know what I'm saying? I think that his flow is impeccable. The sound the melodies are crazy. I don't know if you partook in that yet, but I'll put you on and, you know, maybe you'll fuck with it. But it's more melodic, obviously, the new hip hop sound. Yeah. But the street, less that SoundCloud type of vibe. The street though, you know, I would say
it's still
Gunna
melodic though.
But it's melodic.
I get exactly what you're saying.
They're singing, you know. It's not rap, you know. But
it's like,
but I like
it's like
I like it. It evolved. It evolved. It's like what I call it is like hip hop, right? Like not hip hop, right? Hip hop, right? You know, because they took our culture and they kind of like made it. I gotta
correct myself. I said 6 Lack. It's really black. It spells it with a 6.
Yo, he's one of my favorite artists.
Fucking unbelievable.
He's one of my favorite, like now guys. You know what I'm saying? But
you know, I've been on him for so long, dog.
Well, yeah, I mean, because
now I'm not saying like to outperform you on as far, but I'm saying like it's so crazy that it's like the fuck. And you know who else? Jessie Reyes. If y'all ain't up on Jessie Reyes,
I'm not.
You need to fucking get up on Shorty. Her videos and. It might as well be like a Scorsese film where if you watch them in order, they make fucking sense. It's almost like Sticky Fingers' Black Trash album. Yeah. Play Black Trash in its entirety, and it's a movie. Anyway, go ahead. My bad.
But
SoundCloud.
Yeah. So with the internet, right? It created a way where you could feed yourself the music that you're looking for, right? So I attest the internet and everything that's happening with you know the way the world is now. To why artists like Westside Gunn, which I was telling you, in my opinion, is part of like the person who put the battery, you know, back in this shit and breathe life. You know, I gotta give it up to Griselda because you know because Conway too. You gotta like you can't. You know, and those guys, you know, before them, you know, I mean, after them, now you see a lot of people rapping again. You see it. I was one of those guys that early on was, you know, a fan, and
definitely
I told
early fan.
I told dudes, man. I told dudes, and then it was crazy. I even have a video on my phone, the first time that they played their video on BET Jams on the TV. I'm like, yo, my boy's on the TV, and with a Hype Williams, you know, directed video. You know, like it's funny to me. I laugh because people didn't understand, but I understood. You know, and like I said, and there was, you know, there's other people in that category, you know, but like I said, there's a resurgence and of bars. Of
horror gangster rap,
bars. Like, and like I said, the reason why I was able to feed myself that type of music and like not listen to the radio and not go buy an album that they're trying to push on me, you know, because you know who the labels are signing and who they're trying to push. So the contrary for me was, you know, these guys, even though I wasn't introduced to them through the internet, I was introduced to them by one of my big homies, you know, shout out Preem. You know, one of my, and I'm not even going to say big homie, you know, because I feel like that discredits him as a man, right? More grown. Like, I feel like he's my mentor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's one of those dudes, man, that I feel like he's cut from the cloth. You know, like he is, or he is the cloth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, other people are cut from.
He is the cloth. So, wow. he handed me old school style a stack of burned CDs in the leather zipper little joint in the little case, and I opened it up. He gave me the whole catalog. This was early. You know, this was after the show that they had in Webster Hall. You know, for those who follow them, they'll know what I'm talking about. After that show, so I wasn't that early, but
Early.
For the most part, it was pretty early, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, I was able to, you know, dig deeper through the internet and really, like, you know, look up these guys and hear the songs. Even though, you know, they made their shit kind of limited and, like, you couldn't hear certain things and certain things weren't available on Apple Music.
You're right.
And, you know, it was hard. So it was like, oh, shit, you got to have it. But, you know, by the graces of God, I had, you know, Preem, who handed me the book of gold, and I have it in my house still. And like I said, it's covered, burned CDs. You know, recently they put up Makami, which is an artist from Jersey. I tried to put you on once, but I'm not sure if you.
Yeah, I probably checked out.
Anywho, he's from
you know me.
From Jersey.
I need to hear things more than once.
He's from Jersey, but he's a part of Griselda, and recently he just for the 5th anniversary, he actually streamed and put on Apple Music and all streaming platforms one of the albums that were actually really, really hard to get. And if you had it, you could fuck around and sell it for a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And I had it, but I didn't have it like in a case. I had it burned, but still I had it. So I was enjoying it while other dudes were like, what is they didn't even know what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and
like
recently
Eminem
he had a lot of success with the album Pray for Haiti, which everybody kind of got in tune, you know, with who he was, you know what I'm saying, as being a part of Griselda as well, because they had a little falling apart and now they're back. But for the most part, yeah, like, yo, even dudes like him, man, like, you know, rest in peace, MF Doom. You know, I feel like MF Doom passed away and then they gave us Mock, you know, because Mock wears a Haitian mask, covers his face, he doesn't show his face. You know, it just adds to the allure. It's like when you were young and you had a favorite wrestler. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you could really, like, yo, you could make action figures out these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And that's the honest truth. They've kind of like taken this rap shit, this street hardcore rap shit, but just hip hop as a culture in general to kind of like a different lane that I feel in 2021 is definitely what you're supposed to do. Like, you know, their merch sells out immediately. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. Yeah, man. I credit the internet because then it's like, you know, these labels, they have no choice.
They don't.
The way they're pumping music isn't working. The guys are just going on YouTube and seeing their favorite rapper from so and so town, and you know what I'm saying. So it had to be where, you know, the floodgates open, kind of. Sometimes I see rappers that are really successful. You know, for example, Lil Peep. Rest in peace, right? I'm gonna say rest in peace because, you know, I didn't know that man, but he isn't on this earth anymore.
His documentary was kind of dope.
He isn't on this earth anymore, so, you know, you got
his documentary was
well. I don't know the kid, but for me, it's like, you know, rest in peace him. But when he died, I had no clue who he was, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, died a little bit."
It wasn't until he died that
and
I found
for
out
me,
who
it's
he
like,
was.
you see what I'm saying? There's so many lanes out there, so many varieties. You know that, like, you know, even. Yeah, man. Like I said, there's so many varieties, so many lanes for people that we don't even know who's really successful, who's really doing the numbers.
There's somebody right now,
you know?
selling fucking 1 million downloads, and we're like, who is he?
Yeah.
But hey, he got a million fans though.
So like I said, it's that internet. Think about it like this. Back in the day, we would watch TV. Somebody would have to be on TV to be famous, right? Somebody would literally have to be on TV where everybody could be like, yo, you saw that shit last night? Oh, so-and-so's famous. Like, you know, and it's like they were really famous, right? Like, you know, now it's not TV. It's like, you know, there's people watching shows on Netflix that I've never seen, and they're fans of people, and people are famous that I don't even know. For example, I work in clientele, as you know, sneaker consignment shop. I mean, buy sell trade store in Jersey. While I work in the Staten Island location in New York, which we opened up recently. But
damn, you out there? That's when you said I'm
I gotta cross the bridge. I mean, we're close. We board Staten Island, but yeah.
Oh shit, I thought you was in Jersey. I was like, yo.
No.
I was like this.
Nah. I work in the Staten Island one, but
oh shit, okay. Staten Island. What up? Like, share, subscribe. There's a fucking flying here, a little gnat. I see a little gnat.
Yeah, shout out to Staten Island, man. I deal with a lot of people out there when I'm at the store. you know, because everybody got to get fly, right?
Yeah,
but,
yeah, word.
For the most part, yeah, man, I was at the store and there was this kid in there, and out of nowhere, like, yo, like, these little girls rush him, like, oh, yo, like, can I take a picture with you? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, who
Hey, you're like, yo, fam, you want these sneakers or not, dog? It's
like,
my lunch.
I don't know. So apparently, he's on Netflix. He's on a series on Netflix, and like, he's legit famous. Like,
damn, I wonder what it is.
You know,
I wonder what it is.
And
I probably peeped it.
And you know, for me, I ain't have no clue.
I sit in a truck all day. I'm the Netflix king, dog.
Yeah.
Yo, I'll put you on some shit.
But yeah,
Peaky Blinders.
So that's I tried.
You didn't fuck with Peaky Blinders?
Then again, I have it's hard for me to focus on TV. I fall asleep. Like,
yeah, Peaky Blinders is hard for a lot of people. But for those who fuck with Peaky Blinders, I feel like it's Sons of Anarchy and Boardwalk Empire combined.
Together. Okay, that's dope.
Anyway,
but yeah,
the internet and its names and little peep. Yeah, like you don't know.
It opened up the lane for a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So the possibilities are endless for anybody who's creating art right now. You know, and when I say creating art, obviously I mean making music and whatever else, even clothes.
Even that.
There's brands that sell a lot of stuff and you wouldn't even know. So, yeah, man, it's the shit.
That's crazy, right?
When you think about it, it's kind of the shit. It sucks in the sense of kind of like the things you have to do to keep yourself promoted, to keep people following you, to keep whatever, to keep your name up there. But for the most, because, you know, before you used to, you know, do what you do, put your art out there, you know, be on TV shows, do whatever you got to do. Remember meet and greets? You know, dudes used to go to the store and like sit there. So that was dope, you know, because then you meet the art. Oh, people going crazy. Yeah. You know, it was just dope. It was like, you know, people were.
It was more personable.
Now you wake up in the morning, you see homie at his house. You're like, oh, you wore that today? Like, you look crazy. Like, you know, it's just too much. You know what I'm saying? So, but anywho. It also works in a sense of for exposure, you know, because if people fall in love with you on there and they're following you all the time, like, it's just automatic, man. It goes hand in hand now, you know, especially with music, because with social media, a lot of the songs and a lot of the things that are like becoming hit records actually become hit records on TikTok first. You know, a lot of these hit records from now, the commercialized like hit records that come out, a lot of them are already like hits on TikTok. There's mad times where, you know, my stepdaughter, she'll be like, she'll be like, oh, I know that song from TikTok. And I'm like, you know, like, that shit is crazy. You know.
So wait, so somebody's posting original music?
CJ, that whoopty shit. I saw that song on TikTok before that song ever hit the radio. They were doing this little dance. I follow his uncle, James Cruz. James Cruz is actually he told me Puff Daddy's assistant, something like that. He's a big deal. He's a big deal in the industry. A lot of people know him, etc. Anyways, he posted that early. I'm talking early.
But it's an original song.
Yeah.
So they just posted and other people dance to it type shit.
The industry. They put out the little video. No, they'll have like a little girl doing a dance to it at home, and like they post that, and that shit just,
and then everybody else starts doing that's how that TikTok shit
works. And it becomes a fucking
But it wasn't even on the radio. It was like, I'm gonna release it on TikTok.
On the internet, in the internet realm.
Wow, I didn't know that shit. That's how that works. And you could release a TikTok
and the song become a banger, and then all of a sudden they're playing it on the radio because it's a banger on the internet first.
Wow.
Yeah. And I would say the first person to do that was Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy up in this. When he did that shit was on YouTube. It was a YouTube sensation. I remember when I saw it on YouTube, I thought it was a joke. And then 2 weeks later, they're playing that shit on fucking BET. And my mind was blown. The fact that, like, the rap game would even allow that shit to happen. But it happened, and shit, even me now, when you play that shit, I'm like, oh shit, you know this.
Yeah, you're like,
you know. But yeah, man.
You know what though? I go through those spurts, right? Because this is why, like, now, like the older I get, and the more I'm just like, and shout out to the homie Shakes who's on here, twice, with the whole museum analogy, where you walk into a museum, all the art in the museum deserves to be in the museum. Now, when you walk in that museum, some of that art you just stare at and you're like, cool. And some of the art you want to hang in your house. Just because you don't want to hang the art in your house doesn't mean it doesn't deserve to be in a museum. It does. You just don't want to hang it in your house. So the older I get, now I'm like, word. So when Dipset came out, I was like, oh, fuck them. Now, what I would do for fucking a Dipset resurgence, even if the Locks ate them, right? What I'm saying?
That was bad.
That was super bad.
And I'm one of those dudes that thought that Dipset might have came up with
Stop.
that. Yeah.
Did you?
You're
bugging, Faze.
I told myself, I told myself. Yeah, I told myself, I was like, yo, how dare you? Like, how dare you ever, like, think that
Gosh, when you went
that
with
wasn't gonna, yeah.
I would have never.
That's crazy.
Never.
Nah.
You know what, though? Are we talking radio or are we talking...
Exactly, but...
What were the parameters?
But I'm going to be honest with you, in all aspects, they won anyway.
They won anyway.
Matter, radio, not radio, whatever.
All right.
Attitude, jokes,
I got a question.
Whatever. Uh-huh.
Shout out to my homie Dwayne. You know who? I don't know if this was troll or not.
Go ahead.
Did you hear? There's going to be a versus.
Fat Joe and Ja Rule? Yep.
Bro, I want to start Don't worry, dog.
I mean, all right.
What? Listen, we're going to... I need a refill, right? But I want to hear this, though, before we do that. Because I
fuck with it. I think it's gonna be a bang out. Dependent, and it's also dependent on how they play it. They both have enough hits. Obviously, Ja Rule's gonna lose. But then again, it's like I say that, but then fuck around, Ja Rule hit him with the bangers at the perfect time. It's all about how you play it, how you know. The matchup could have been better.
I think that this is what I said. I commented on this shit. I was like, yo, fam, stop. Stop.
It's random.
We're taking this too far.
It's random.
We're taking it too far.
It's random.
It was
I like it, yo.
Snoop Dogg and DMX. I was like, was it Snoop and DMX?
That one was kind of cringy to me.
Right, but this is what I mean. The Locks and Dipset, I'm like, okay.
That was hard.
I respect it. I respect it.
Nah, I think this one. I think this one's gonna be the one that you're like, yo, for real. But then when it happens, you're gonna be like, all right.
But my thing is this. This is what I mean. There's a level. Remember when I said a call for action? Like, share, subscribe. I feel like that version of both of them, or however this goes down, the promoters, it might not be them, it's the machine behind them being like, oh, verses are popping. Anybody want a paycheck? If we get 4 million viewers, you get this much money. Joe's like, I'll do it. Ja Rule's like, I'll do it. Fuck it. Right? Let's do it. Right? It's not, and then you don't end up with a Locks Dipset project where you're like, ooh, how he kickstyles me. You know what I mean? My thing is, I told him, I'm like, look, stop. You're taking it too far. Whoever it is taking it too far. They are not in the same category. Fat Joe dropped Gotta Flow Joe or The Real Joe, whatever the fuck it was, in 93.
Exactly.
And Ja Rule dropped Veni Vedi Vici in 99. That's 6 years later. Who did Ja Rule put on? Nobody. Fat Joe gave us Pun. The list can stop right there. The list can stop there. But he gave us Remy. You get what I'm saying? And it went from, you got to flow, Joe. Shout out to my homie Joey Dynamite. Might be on the podcast soon. Y'all gonna have to find out. I don't know. New Jericans, keep ready. But then you got Ja Rule. And I said, the only thing what did Ja Rule do for hip hop other than provide an easy target for real MCs to shoot at? And made some of the best diss tracks ever in hip hop history.
Damn, bro. If he hears you say that, you gonna have some prop. No, I'm
give a fuck about that guy. What's he gonna tell me a ticket to Fire Island?
No, I'm joking.
The fuck he gonna do? He's gonna hey, there's a festival at Fire Island.
I mean,
I don't fuck with Ja Rule.
Ja Rule.
What he gonna do?
Ja Rule has a lot of hits under his belt, though.
You think?
You can't discredit that. You can't.
Let's look.
You can't discredit. Are you serious?
Dog, I'm out here like the young Jamie.
Yo,
I'm out here, young Jamie. Look it up.
What do you mean, bro? That Murder Inc.
All right, let's look. Let's look.
Ashanti.
He has some shit though. I'm not gonna lie.
He has the joint with
How should we title this? Ja Rule's singles? What would you put to find out his bangers?
Man, I would just search up his catalog if I was you.
All right.
Know what I'm saying? I would just search up his catalog and it'll tell you. I mean, yo, he got a lot of joints.
Yeah, Benny Vici came out.
Look at that whole list.
All right. Bang Bang, Born in Queens, Benny Vici, holla, holla. Oh, that shit was.
Yeah, he was on that.
That shit rang off. Between me and you, yup. Ain't it funny? But all right. But it's my thing, though. He has been nominated for 2 American Music Awards and 4 Grammys. Lil Mo, Vita, Ashanti. Okay, it's following the release of his platinum. Oh, he went platinum on Veni Vidi Vici, all right. He released his second and third albums, Rule 336 and Pain is Love. Both albums topped the U.S. Billboard 200 album chart, launching him into the mainstream, selling over a combined 15 million records.
Come on, bro.
Damn. All right. He sold 15 million records. All right.
Now you're going to search Fat Joe?
Yeah. This is what we do here. It's AWOL Podcast. Before we do this.
AWOL Podcast, when we get down to it.
we break down fucking facts, bro. Fat Joe. Remy Ma said he got the N-word pass, too. Shout out to Remy Ma.
I mean, I guess I do, too.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean, for those who don't understand, I don't even want to break that part down.
Nah, we're not going to get...
You got to be from the East Coast, man.
To understand that. Should we do album sales? The album featured guest... Oh, bang. Atlantic Rarest Terror Squad Few with 50 Cent. Don Carter, Gina, the
go
leader.
Down to the list. Tell me how many.
Yeah, I'm trying to find... Bro, Fat Joe was featured in DJ Khaled. Look at his fucking Wikipedia is stupid long. Ja Rule went, Veni Vidi Vici, 15 minute albums, Fire Festival. Goodbye, folks. That's all it was.
Damn, that's a bad look.
I know. Community work, family, weight loss, legal issues. Come on, fam. Look at that. Studio albums. Represent was the first one. Jealous Ones, Envy. Yup, Donko to Gina. Bang, bang, bang. Yo, where his album sales at, though? Oh, my man won an award. All right, stop. All right, this ain't... Fuck this fucking Wikipedia. I want to say how many albums. Fat Joe. Album. Sales. Bang. Yeah, that's the other thing. Digging in the crates, dog.
Obviously, there's no comparison in that aspect, but
there is.
It's going to be a good
But if we're going to go song for song, you're right.
Yeah, bro. It's going to be a good one.
We talk about versus battles, but enough of that, right? Now, I know your writing process from afar, right? And do you know, I'm going to pull out a notebook and I got one of your verses in your handwriting.
For real?
In my Holy Grail book.
Did I record that?
I don't know if it's dog-eared or not. I would have to find out when we're done with this.
That's dope.
But I got a Faze verse in your handwriting, and I gave you my book. I was like, do me a solid. You want to get on this track? You were like, yeah, I'll get on it, right? And you wrote your shit in there. Now, where was I going with that? How did I get there? We went from verses. Rest in peace, Sean Price.
Yeah, and you said you know my.
Oh, your writing process. I know it from afar. Now, I ask every MC that come on here, what is the writing process? What is your writing process? As far as I know how I do mine. So I'm like, how do you do it? Do you write on paper? Don't write on paper. Do you do bar 1, and can you just go bar 1, bar 2, bar 3, bar 4, to 16? Or do you have to recite the first bar before you do the second? Then when you get the second bar, you're like, cool, you're working on the third. Do you go 1, 2, figure out the third, 1, 2, got the third, 1, 2, 3, figure out 4, 1, 2, 3, or you just flow with it?
Sometimes.
I'm curious. Yeah, I want to know.
It depends. I write on paper sometimes. Lately, most of my rhymes I put in my notes on my phone. But yeah, I mean, sometimes, it depends on what flow I'm taking, what beat I'm getting on, how easy the words are even coming to me. Or when I think of a dope line, I know that I'd rather put that dope line on a 4-bar hit where the beat is about to drop again. So I'll put that instead of putting the punchline.
So you can save the bar? You save bars?
Yeah, I'll put it in the 6th bar and then mumble.
So you'll get to it.
I'll have 2 bars, right? And I'll know which punchline I want to use, right? But I know that I can't use it yet. I need to put something in between. Before I use that line. So I'll write 2 bars, and then I know that the 4th one is gonna be the punchline. So I'll
backfill it.
I'll backfill it. Yeah.
Yo!
And the way the way I do that is I'll write the punchline down. If it's on paper, I'll write it down a few lines. Like I'll write it down somewhere where it's not in the way.
And then I'll in the margin.
And then I'll feel if I'm writing in my notes, then I'll just space and leave it the middle. And then
wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Because
if I think of a punchline in my head, obviously I gotta think about where in the verse I'm gonna want to put it, because not a lot of times do I think of a punchline just because I'm writing a verse. You know what I'm saying? I think of a punchline just right now, like it's bright like the lights in here, right? But I'm not just gonna say that. I want to put it where it's gonna sound dope. So I gotta make sure that I think of something.
Oh shit! I never even turned the center light on. It's probably gonna look dark as fuck
in the video.
Hell, fucking yeah! Cause you know what though, we doing this because it makes sense. We on some horror rap shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, it looks alright.
No, we meant.
You want me to do it? I'll do it.
Fuck it, turn it on. This is what we do out here. It's AWOL podcast, dog. No script. Oh shit! You know what I'm saying? That little bit of extra adds the top light to it. Oh shit! And I caught myself too before. I was like, don't forget to turn it on.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
You think I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
Go ahead.
Oh, damn, that shit does look good.
But
though.
yeah, that's what I do. I mean, sometimes, like I said, I'll have a line that I know I'm gonna use, later on, and I'll use something to fill it in between.
Wow, I didn't even think about spacing them out, because I go through the challenge of, let's say I come up with a dope bar.
Yeah.
Right? This is probably one of my problems. I try to beat every bar, right?
Yeah.
Which is a very hard thing to do. To yourself, like your own judgment. I'm judging myself. Like, oh, that's a hard bar. You would want to be like, oh, I'm going to end the verse with that. I'm like, no, throw that in number 7.
Yeah.
And then you're like, fuck, I'm wasted it.
Yeah.
I should have that should have been the end of the verse. But I'm like, no, that's bar 7. And then you're like, fuck me. Yeah, I got fucking.
Sometimes you got to save the good bars and give them a little filler in between.
Yeah, but I feel like I want to go, I'm trying to just, and just bar after bar, which is I like a task, which I'm lucky that I don't put my shit out there. So it's almost like an exercise, because I just do it in my crib. I'll be out here cleaning the crib, washing dishes, sweeping, mopping, whatever, with an instrumental in my head, and I'll make a song. And then I'll forget it, and I'll be super mad.
Yeah.
I mean,
likewise.
Super mad.
Likewise. I think of punchlines, I think of songs, hooks, all types of shit that I forget, and I get mad.
So mad, bro, that I'm like, should have wrote it down, bro. Who the fuck you think you are? You gonna remember everything?
Yeah.
But in the moment, I just feel like it flows better. Like,
exactly.
like I want to do half of this shit in here, record worthy. Like, what the fuck? I got everything.
Yeah.
Fuck am I? What the fuck?
Yeah,
you feel me? Like I could do it.
You could do it.
Cause I would like
especially
the
nowadays. It doesn't take much, bro. You'd be surprised at what these dudes are recording their songs
on
or where or at. You know, hotel rooms, right in the middle of a living room. Like, you know, it's all about the engineer, bro. Engineers could work magic nowadays. In 2021, you could record your album right here, right now. You get that engineer, you spend that money.
That's where it's at. I need to find a shout out to Block.
Make you sound like gold. Make you sound like gold, bro.
I think that's what it is, right? So, but how I would want to lay my shit down would be, I want to write it because I write in my head. I would want to just make the song in my living room while I'm pacing back and forth, and be like, "Song's done." Right now, I want to walk in here and hit Control R or Command R and go bang, because my energy is, I'm in the pocket.
In the moment.
And lay it down, and I guarantee you this shit'll probably be pristine. But if I got to come back tomorrow or next week, I'm over it already. The song is old news to me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's kind of like where a lot of rappers fail. You know, if you don't have the luxury of having that studio where you could, like, you know, just get up and get right to it and capture that energy that you're trying to capture when you're actually writing the record, it's just never going to be the same. So, yeah, I mean, that's all part of it too, you know. But, yeah, that's my writing process.
Yeah, so, I mean, beat selection. Do you go through spurts? You're like, I'm on a Ninth Wonder phase right now, and I'm writing all Ninth Wonder. And then you're like, I'm doing all J Dilla.
Nah.
Or I'm doing all, is it, or
so
like,
beats, when I choose my beats, is all depending on how I'm feeling in that moment, and what I hear. In all honesty, it's like what resonates. Cause like, all right, so like I could get with a producer and he could play, let's say he got 10 beats that he wants to scroll through to see, you know, which one will fit me, whatever. And he plays the first one, and I haven't heard any other ones. But that first one, like, words are just coming to me. I don't care about the other ones. Like, let's just do that one.
You don't even want to hear 2 through 10.
I don't want to hear it because I got words coming to me already. So we can knock this one out. And then what if I hear 2 and that one's cool too? Let's do that one. What if I hear 3 and let's go? So I don't want to go pat. I'm capturing a feeling. You know, sometimes I'll be honest with my writing process. Let's say I do have multiple beats to get on, right? Sometimes I'll write one verse to one beat, get back to that song, like one verse and a hook. Like, all right, I know the vibe I'm going for on that, but I don't want to. This beat's tiring me out right now. I don't want to write a second verse right now. Let me go to another song. I'll write a whole banger out of that one, and then come back and then finish that second verse. And
like a second win, and you're like, oh shit,
this is the one
I'm fresh now.
Let me go finish this one since I was working on it. Boom, 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 and then I'll finish it. So, you know, that happens too, where I'll leave something incomplete, come back to it. Shit, I'll fuck around, write 2 complete songs before I go back to it, you know?
And come back to it. And when you come back to it, it feels brand new.
It feels
a little fresh.
It feels better.
It feels better.
Cause, you know, like I said, it gets kind of like repetitive when you're writing to it.
Do you get writer's block?
Absolutely. Every writer does.
How do you get through it?
How do I get through it?
You just don't write?
I wanna How do I get through it? How I get through my writer's block is that I literally don't try to fight it. I put the pen away. And it's gonna come back.
How long does that last?
See, that's all situational. That shit could last, you know, it could last a long time, or it could be just a few days, you know. Or I could not even know that it's gone, right? Because I haven't attempted to write.
Because you were like, I think I was blocked 3 days ago.
Yeah. I haven't even attempted to write. So I don't know if it's gone or not. But we have life, right? We got to go to work. We got to do this. Now, if I had the time to like literally like sit down in the studio and like, you know, then I would be able to kind of gauge it more like, all right. But for the most part, like, yeah, it could last a minute.
I feel like it's a gift though that you said that we got life and work. Because if you did live in the stew, I feel like you'd force out of the block.
Well, how much could you create if you're not living? Like, you need to be inspired. You know, you need to go to get the sandwich at the deli and see that girl with the red lipstick. That, you know what I'm saying? You need to see Bonita Applebum.
Woo! You know what I'm saying?
You like that reference, right?
Fuck.
You need a.
That's why I wanted you on here.
You need to.
You the last guest too of the other podcast year, dog. Once again. Fucking good looks, bro.
Man. That shit crazy. I thought it was coming from there.
Yo, I'm like, shout out to my headphones, baby.
Good headphones.
Right.
But yeah, man, like I said, yo.
Now, is there do you feel it's a bad thing to try to work your way out of a block?
Yeah, I mean, there's no way. There's no way. You can't. It's not possible. It's not. It has to just come back to you.
Yeah,
it's not. There's no, like, if a basketball player is having a bad night, he could try to keep shooting, but he's putting his team at risk. Yeah, so he got to chalk it up and be like, I'm having a bad night. You're having a better night. I'm passing you the ball.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Damn. That's the crazy part about it.
So when I'm having a bad night, I chalk it up, and then I wait till that shit come back to me, and I'll know when it comes back to me by the next time that I attempt to write. You know, the next time I attempt to write, because, you know, some days could go by. You know what I mean? And then you put that beat on. Or it could be a beat that you hear on the radio, or a beat that you heard somewhere that'll take you out your writer's block. It's like, whoa, I got words coming to me. Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that could take you out your writer's block. You know, you could get, you know, some real shit could happen to you. And then you thinking about all the fucking codes and street shit that you know in your head. And you're like, oh, that's a violation. You just thinking about bars. So anything could happen where you could be eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch. See, that's the thing about art. You know what I'm saying? It's the thing about art. Literally, you could be eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yo, you know, rest in peace, Biz Markie. You know, one of the greatest and most important, like, hip hop characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, entities, pioneers. You know, in a golden era of hip hop that kind of like set the tone for the next 20 years after it. You know what I'm saying? In that era. So, you know, rest in peace to him. And I say him because he was very animated, very comfortable in his own skin. You know what I mean? Able to express himself. Shit, it could be like I said, it could be Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and he used that to express himself. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Anything could take you out your writer's block.
Fuck.
And that's my answer.
That's crazy, right? Because I look at it, and it's like I ain't even putting music out, and I feel pressure.
Yeah. Well, you feel pressure because you're an artist, so you feel the pressure to create, but that pressure that you feel is the inspiration. It's the get this out, get this one out. You know, that pressure that you're feeling is the pressure to express yourself.
But when I fall into a writer's block, I'm like, why are you in a writer's block, dog? Like, why you ain't even writing for nothing? Why you blocked? You get me? But then it goes back to what you said. You do have a point, though. You do have a point.
Every time, I don't know if other guys experience this. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, do you really want to fuck all the time? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's times, there's times that you could be with your girl and, you know, you're about to get down and you're just not there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not because you're not attracted to your female, but more or less just like it's just not it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
You know, and then next time it's fucking 3 hours straight going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, writer's block could come and go. It comes and goes.
Yeah. I guess it just has to do with inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And like you could get into a little funk and be like, I really
Exactly. For example, I can't write a rhyme. So you know how some people, they'll say like go through shit, like yo, go write. I was saying before that I can express myself about how I'm feeling, but I do that shit in hindsight. Like if I'm mad in the moment, I can't write about it. I can't talk about what I'm going through if I'm in the moment going through it. I need to talk about it when I already went through it.
I feel like I do my best work when I'm in it.
I'll tell you what. If I'm in an argument with my girl or something like that, 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna write a relationship Drakey talking about.
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna write that. I'm gonna write some crazy hardcore shit.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna write probably the hardest punchlines because I'm using kind of like the anger that I have inside from the argument to kind of like fuel another side of me. You know what I'm saying? Now when I'm happy and I'm joyous, you know, I use that to kind of like flaunt a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then there's times where like I'm just feeling poetical. And is that even a word? Poetical or poetic?
Poetic. Yeah.
I added the O. You know, it's funny. My girl's going to see this and her brother's going to see this and they're going to die laughing because they always crack on me because I always make up my own words. So
that's some MC shit, though.
Yeah, poetical.
Poetic.
Right?
I almost want to look it up, dog.
Yeah.
I think that's a word.
Let's Google this shit.
No, that's a word, fam.
So I can feel better about myself.
No, that's a word.
I'm kind of wild for that.
No, poetical.
Poetical? Nah, go ahead, man.
Poetic.
Search that shit up.
Because
you know, like right now, it's sounding like I added an O.
It sounded crazy.
Like I should have just said, yo, mad poetic instead of added the A.
Hold on.
L.
Well,
It's a word.
it's a fucking word,
and
dog.
did I use it in the proper form? I was going to say context.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's an adjective relating to poetry.
There we go. Poetic.
Written in a verse rather than a prose. Having an imaginative or sensitive emotional style of expression.
Highly poetical.
I'm-
Yeah, so there we go.
Shut up. Yo, ain't nobody laughing over here at you, dog.
Yo, sometimes you say words and you feel like, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
It flowed out right. But see, that's also
But yeah,
some MC shit.
some-
Where like you were like, I don't know if that's a word,
yeah,
but I'm pretty sure I heard it before.
yeah,
And I'm an MC.
yeah,
And listen, if it ain't a word, it's a word now.
yeah. Also,
For
I
shizzle, my nizzle.
tend to stumble over my words sometimes. If I'm not rapping them, right?
Yeah, but
It's easy for me to rap
we
them.
found out.
But-
Get this guy off of my screen, dog.
But not
Oh,
like, yeah. If I'm feeling poetical, then I'll write. You know, I may write some female related something. You know, but like I said, in hindsight, like I usually write about the emotion in hindsight, so I can't be mad and then express about what I'm going through.
But when you revisit it, can you still channel the energy that you felt that time?
Absolutely,
You can.
And that's the talent that's the talent.
I feel like I get over it.
I feel like that. I feel like that's because I'm getting the emotion out that made me feel. So in that moment, yeah, I could channel it all through that verse, all through that hook, all through that whatever, you know. I could write a verse about my grandma. My grandma passed away in 2006. You know, God rest her soul. You know, if I write a rap about her right now, I'm channeling the pain that I felt then, you know, and I was 16.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
as much as you say, I feel like I get over it, think about that again, you know, because you may be writing about something that really presses that button, and
Yeah, because there is a song I'm trying to get out that I get like 4 bars in, and I can't get through it.
Exactly.
I get too emotional. I'm like, nope, not doing it, and I can't.
You know what? You know what else makes me shed tears? And this is funny. It's funny. Like even with my girl, this is a joke because like, success makes me emotional, right? And I find it hard to hold back tears sometimes when I see somebody achieving or like when it's something successful going on, right?
Yeah.
It could be something as simple as like, yo, we've been watching Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
And like, yo, it could be as easy as that one person that's like, yo, there was this one dude, he was crying, he was full of emotion, like, yo, I'm gonna make it to the end, thank you. Like, you know, and I'm looking at this dude and he was from the hood, so I'm looking at him like, yo, I know he got a lot riding on this shit. So like to see him be successful kind of made me like tear up real quick, like, yo, son,
Like,
you know,
damn,
and
man,
I
why
can
you
admit that I'm a man. Like, I
don't
really
give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck either. I cry, motherfucker.
Nah, that's just the honest truth. Like, success. That
ain't a sign of weakness,
Success
dog.
makes me emotional. So like when I get on, sometimes when I get on like real, mama, I made it type of beats, like real like monumental, I finally got here type of beats, those, and I talk about kind of like the things I've overcome, I get emotional. You know what I'm saying? And I've shed tears, but that's, like I said, that's the beauty. I feel like I'm blessed with, this talent to capture my emotions, right? In like this fucking tornado in front of my face, and the shit is like swarming into my pen, and I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm able to like compact it into 3 verses. I don't know,
or however many.
However many. I could write multiple songs riding on the same emotion. How about that?
I didn't even think about that.
You know what I'm saying?
I dig that.
Because
it can go on some more like, people that move funny, right? And you're like, damn, dog, I thought we were homies. You moving a little funny.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll make 10 songs off of that one instance.
Exactly. And that's what
they'll be completely different.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So exactly. So yeah, it's a lot of angles to the writing process, and the choosing the beats and getting out of writer's block. So to answer your getting out of writer's block, anything could inspire you.
That shit is crazy though, right? Like, and I wonder what causes it. Like, I'm a genuinely curious person to where like I want to analyze everything. You saw me. I tried to Google Ja Rule's album.
Like at what point? Like where does that creativity go?
Did I do something
at that moment?
Yeah.
Because I was on fire the other day writing this verse. Why can't words?
Now I'm trash.
Why words can't come to me right now? I mean, I don't know.
It's weird. I don't know the answer.
The brain is a very
bro.
Crazy,
I'll be at the crib.
place.
And I'll be like, bar after bar after bar. And I'm like, fuck, I'm nice. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I go outside or I'll do something. Somebody will hit me. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm busy right now. I ain't doing shit, dog. But leave me the fuck alone. I'm writing something.
Mm-hmm.
That one message, I'll go back, I'll play the beat. Fucking lost it all.
Yeah.
And now, 5 minutes ago, I thought I had the most fire bars ever.
Oh no!
Now they're all
like
trash. Now they're all trash.
That's happened to me.
And now I'm like, we're dumping the whole shit. I'm never gonna rap again.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah. I literally, that's crazy.
God.
That's crazy. That's a fact. That's a fact. That one little thing will make you lose your mojo. And you leave that shit right there. That's a fact.
Bro, and it's like, I'm never going to rap again.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm never going to write again.
I get that mad, yeah. It gets frustrating, because you want to create. But you can't, you can't force that shit. You can't force it.
Nope.
So, rappers get paid a lot of money to create, right? Because you got to think about it, right? A lot of us, we would be able to create more if we had more free time on our hands. With rappers, they have the luxury of, not to say it's free time, but more or less like they got vast amount of time in the studio.
They go to sleep when they want. They wake up when they want.
Yo, I saw a picture of Kendrick. He got a full bed in his studio. Like, he's knocked out. His engineer's working. Nobody else is there. It's him. And he could go as far as singing whatever weird. No, there's not gonna be no homies in the room with no influence telling him, yo, don't do that, or don't.
Yeah, that's trash,
you
bro.
gotta make a song like
weird.
this. No, Nah, it's just him, the engineer, the beats, if the producers are there, whatever, and it's whatever realm he's trying to take it to.
I am a sailor,
and
I'm about to sail again.
And any realm that they want to take it to, and they're able to tap into places in their brain that we can't tap into, that we were only able to tap into. Like I felt like I was tapping into kind of like that space in my brain in those times where I had a lot of free time on my hands. When I was around like 19, I had some free time on my hands when we was in the studio every day. And I would, my brain was just creating. I felt like I was tapping into a certain place.
You was in the bag.
And now, like I said, life, it gets in the way. You got a lot of things going, paying mortgage, this, that, and the third. You got to remodel this, do that, whatever. And it becomes a thing. You're at work, you get home, you tired,
You gotta still cook and laundry and wife. And
you know, for me, my girl and all that. So it's like, yo, it's hard to tap into that mode in my brain, even though it exists, you know? And like I said, it's free time, almost like to the point that, like, if you respect your artistry enough, you got to make time for it. And you know, I even spoke with Gates about, you know, us, like, taking a week off and getting an Airbnb with a studio in it or something like that, where we could just create, and that'll be like the only thing we're doing. Not no vacay, a studio K. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because think about it, that's what artists do.
I like that. I might throw down.
You know, speaking of Westside Gun and Makami before, you know, when Makami was recording "Pray for Haiti," it looked like they were in Puerto Rico. You know, like,
yeah,
you know, so it's like, you know, like I said, you got to put yourself in the mode. I know Kanye, when he was recording 808 and Heartbreak, he was in Hawaii. Look at now, he's in Wyoming in a whole ranch, you know, away from civilization. I saw, for example, Tyler the Creator, which is, you know, another one of my current favorites.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are saying it, but it's like, you know, I respect anybody now who's trying to, like, push the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's one of them. But I saw him, he was making beats, and dude, the scenery outside was like he was in the Swiss Alps or some shit. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, yo,
winter.
It was winter. Yeah. Like, it was crazy. And I'm like, yo, like, these dudes are tapping into realms that, and that's why the music sounds the way it does, and that's why the creations sound the way they do when you're able to tap into that. You know, Kanye secluded himself and was paying mad money to record Donda in Atlanta. He just recently put out Donda. I heard it. I you know, I gave it my listen, and, you know, for me, it's kind of like a gospel album, but I got 4 tracks but sonically, it just takes you to a realm that he kind of like wanted to take you to. And he created that in his brain, but also secluded in that room or wherever it was that he recorded. But what he had to do was free up his time, because you can't have things to do and create as much as you'd like.
As you can, but not, like, the key word is as you like.
As you like,
the
but
way
even,
you want it to
still,
be.
You won't tap into that realm.
You won't.
You'll be creating. It'll be dope because you have the talent to do it. But at the same time, it won't be as dope as you taking 3 days and just, like, you know, sleeping on the first, just listening to beats and just, like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I go to the studio myself, you know, a lot of times I pull, like, an all-nighter, and, like, we'll take naps or whatever, and I wake up 5 a.m, and that's probably when I record the best song out of the session.
Y'all still do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
like we used to do.
Yeah, I wake up at 5 a.m, and I'll tap Gates in the leg, like, yo, wake up. You know, and
get out of here. Y'all still hold me in and out like that?
He'll be passed out on the chair. I'll be passed out on the couch. Wake up like, oh shit, and 5 a.m, I just wrote.
And there ain't no windows in there, so you wouldn't know.
Nah, yeah. Dungeon
I like
style.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, bro, and, like, you know,
I'm not gonna say what's that. It's
5 in the morning, and I'm like, yo, and it's the dopest shit that I recorded, you know. So, like I said, yo,
that's a minute of freedom.
And there's also, like, they say that during those hours, you know, your brain operates on a whole different wavelength. You know what I'm saying? So you're able to create kind of your best stuff in the hours where you wouldn't even expect it, or when your brain is the most delusional. You know what I'm saying? I've written some of my dopest shit like, you know,
insomnia
4 a.m. in my room, like, fighting it. And when I wake up the next day and I go back on what I did to the beat and I recite it, I'm like, wow.
Fucking nice, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, word.
So, you know, like I said, yo, some of my best shit written 4 a.m., you know? Exactly. It's been a minute since I've done a 4 a.m.er, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
because life is life.
Exactly, because life is life, and I don't even last to 4 a.m. If anything, I get up real quick, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, the more time on your hands that you have, you could create and tap into the realms that you need to tap into in order to make, you know, that type of shit. The shit
I think that like stewcation, a stewcation, I think
is the dopest shit.
Is the fucking dopest shit ever.
Yeah.
You find an Airbnb with a stew in it, you bring an engineer with you, and at this point, it don't even gotta be, you could do like, yo, we're gonna work on an album. Or it could just be, how many MCs do we know that are real MCs? 1, 2, 3. Who got bread? Who's willing to split this? Who got the time to do it?
Nah, it has to be. Fuck that.
It has to be a project.
You gotta because you know we're past the point of trying to gather the masses. You gotta focus and like dependent. You gotta have a direction. If you're gonna spend the money to have a stewcation, you gotta know, okay,
what we doing it for.
I'm going in there and this is what we're doing. Now at the end, it doesn't have to necessarily be that you leave there with a full mixtape or album or whatever, but maybe it'll be the seed planted to format, you know, the project that you're trying to do. I mean, you got to create. You know what I'm saying? If you don't create, then you won't even know what to.
But would you go there with the like?
Nah, I'll go there. I'll go there with the people who I know I want to work with.
Yeah, and then but is there an album in mind? Is there like we're gonna work on an album called this?
Nah.
Or we're just gonna, how about all MCs that I want to work with, 2, 3 people, go out there.
Got to be different sessions. Can't.
No, that's what I mean. No, but I'm saying like, I want to, like, for example, this is how I would do it, right? Let's say, for example, Gates, you, me, whoever Joe Schmo 4th MC is.
Yeah.
Go out there. But all of us are cool. We all split the bread, got the engineer.
Yeah,
we go out there and I'm like, yo, Gates, are you doing anything at 12 o'clock lunch? And you and him are like, dog, we about to go chill, roll up. I'm like, I bet. I'm going to run in there. I got something that I want to work on. And y'all like, cool, because guess what? I don't want to do shit.
Oh, no, at that point.
You get what I'm saying? Whoever. And then I go in there, lay something down. And then y'all come back from the beach and be like, yo. And you and him got a track. And I'm like, yo, I'll be right back. I'm doing whatever. And it's just, I feel like it would be more organic if it's just random as far as like, but with some organization to it.
Yeah. Nah, for me.
How would you do it?
For me, it would have to be, you know, whoever I'm choosing to work on, whatever project I'm working on is whoever is working on it with me. So if that's the producer I'm working with, then he's coming. If that's the engineer, he's coming.
I get it.
Whoever I'm doing songs with, that could be like, depending on where I'm at, obviously, if it's somewhere where people could get to, you know, then like, yo, come through.
Yeah, if you're
that's
like
a session. Then
Pennsylvania,
next artist I want to work with, yo, that's a session. And you know,
I get what you're saying.
You know, like that.
I like
more
that idea.
More private. I don't like that whole, you know, 100 niggas in the studio shit.
I don't like
you know
that either.
Saying? Unless like I have material already laid down and I want it that way, that's different. Cause you know, it's by mood. Cause sometimes I'm down with that. But for the most part, I like to be dolo. I like to really work on my craft because, you know, I want myself to sound a certain way. And I mean, that's kind of like, it's kind of like my kryptonite of what kind of kept me from putting out a lot of material. You know, I always would second guess myself and like question, yo, does this sound, you know, instead of just, yo.
When people are around or just in general?
In general. In general. I remember Prodigy, he has this song with Nas. It's called, Conscious or like Subconscious or some shit like that. Yeah, so in that song, he says, he's like talking to himself. It's his conscious talking to him. And he's saying like, yo, damn, I should scrap this. Like, I don't like this verse that I just wrote. And his conscience is like, nah, done, put it out. Like, it be the shit that you second guess that like people love the most.
I think I know what verse you talking about.
Exactly. So,
but you really, I guess everybody second guesses themselves though.
Yeah.
Nobody's out here unless you probably Kanye.
Yeah, man.
He probably
There's some people that don't. But no, for the most part, like I said, you know, that's probably the shit that, you know, because I want it to sound a certain way. So that's important.
Now, since you haven't did a solo album, right? Can you? I'm asking you this, but I'm asking myself this. In reality,
yes,
you get what I'm saying? I'm projecting my question on you just to see, because I got a question. I know the answer, or semi, whatever. I just want another point of view.
Yeah.
As an MC, can you go to the grave being as nice as you are
without ever putting anything out?
Exactly.
No.
The fuck?
No. And I guess that's why I guess that's why I was proud of Port Authority too, right? Because
that whole shit was hard though. Port Authority. Port Authority.
Yeah, Port Authority on
please go check it out.
Apple Music and all streaming platforms.
Fire.
Port
it's
Authority.
A blue. It looks like a blueprint label
it's a blueprint label of
subway system.
Nah, it's the skyline from the Jersey point of view. It's the
it is
the New York skyline from the Jersey point of view. If I'm not mistaken, it may be the tunnel blueprint. It's something like that.
It's
man.
something, but
I don't know.
But you were proud of that.
I might be getting it mixed up with the Tri-State Music Group logo, because that's really what the Tri-State Music Group logo is. Yeah, it's definitely a blueprint of the bridge with the view of the city through the Jersey side. But it's a blue thing. When you type in Port Authority, you'll see it. I mean,
I'll put it in there. It'll be in the description.
Thank you.
But find it though, and please listen. You want some authentic bars, man? Shout out to the homie Gates.
Yeah, man. Tri-State Gates.
Fucking Jesus.
Shout out to Gates, because he pushes me a lot. I'm the one that kind of lies dormant a little bit, and then he comes and shakes me up, and then he wakes the beast up, and I'll rap. But he pushes himself a lot. Go check out his video with featuring Benny the Butcher, New York Natives, which was on his last project, which was crazy. So, even his cousin Els, shout out to Els. He's the third of the union, Tri-State, the union, that's what we call ourselves. When we come together, meaning me, Tri-State Gates, and Els. But we've done stuff in the past that we released or whatever. But yeah, man, I mean, like, shout out to him.
He working. And that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. I did shit with Shakes. I recorded one, definitely, maybe two mixtapes in Shakes' basement.
Yeah.
And then it's like, some people have it. That mixtape is floating somewhere, right? But I'm like, I want to work on something. And I sat down with Gates. I don't know if it was on air or not. It could have been off air. I think it was off air, episode 27. Go check them out, Tri-State Gates.
Yeah.
In the stew. Live in the stew in Brooklyn. Right? But I think it was off air. And I'm not going to say it on air because motherfuckers is biters.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to take my shit, right? But I'll tell you off air. And I told him the reason why I'm a little shook of doing it. And he was like, oh, shit. Dog, really? I'll be a little like, too about it.
Yeah.
Where even he was like, damn, fam, for real?
Okay.
He was like, yo, the title's dope. But if you think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. You told me about it already the other day. Nah, I don't agree. You shouldn't do that.
I don't think I should.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
I shouldn't do that. It's fire, though.
But you should put something out, though.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, the time ain't over for nobody, bro.
It ain't over. That's a thing,
Do your thing. Put your shit out, because there's somebody out there that's going to definitely click on it, and they're definitely going to show you love, bro. And especially because
do you feel like you...
What, me?
Do you want that?
I do want to put something out. I actually, you want to know why? Because, I want to give people a piece of like me and like the music I want to put out.
That's what I'm saying, because you're nice.
And
super nice.
And I blame myself. There was a lot of times where I could have went a little harder and I didn't. But for the most part, it was more or less like I always struggled with like production, dealing with people.
Engineers never giving me my songs.
Nah, just production and dealing with people like, I and honestly, just not having the funds, right? Because you gotta be able to pay for this shit.
I want to guerrilla everything though.
There's nothing free, and there was a lot of people that did help along the way. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Monstar, shout out to Nemesis. I mean, as far as like the local people, shout out to XL. Shit, bro. Just anybody who ever let me record on the arm. You feel me? Shout out to Bobby. He even let me come up to 365 back in the day and fucking I laid a song down for free. And at that time it was like super duper like y'all niggas was charging and shit. A lot of people definitely looked me out on studio time, but for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I do appreciate it. Wherever I'm able to create, you know what I'm saying? You give me a canvas and like I appreciate that shit, you know what I'm saying? So don't think that I ever forgot about that, you know what I'm saying? Whether I talk to you on the daily or not, whether y'all see me or not, I do appreciate anybody who ever let me record and express myself, you know what I'm saying? For sure, for free, especially because, when you grow up, you realize it's like, damn, son, it's time, effort, money, all types of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, I wish that I would have had the mind to kind of like take myself more serious in the earlier days. But like I said, it's not over, bro. Like I'm still,
that's what I was about to say.
It's still in me. I haven't officially released anything, but it's in me, bro. And when it comes to a lot of things in all aspects, like I really, really live, this, and not even the gangster shit, because it is what it is, I speak tales from whatever I experienced growing up, shit that I went through, shit that other people went through.
It's still real though. It's authentic.
No, it's absolutely
authentic. It's a 1,000,000% authentic.
Oh no, it's absolutely authentic. I don't have to exaggerate anything.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I'm not talking about like that part. I'm more or less. What was I saying? I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry.
The thanks for letting you record, and we were saying if you're gonna put an album or not, all right? You're like, you wish you would have pushed yourself harder. But that's the thing. I didn't ask the question. My bad if it came off like,
yeah,
you should have put something out by now. No, that's not what I meant. I meant like
if I want to, and no, I'm saying I'm talking to myself more or less. Like I didn't put,
But I don't think. I feel like you're nice. You're so nice, dog. That's what I mean.
You.
You're my brother. I'm biased. I don't give a fuck.
But
I'm hip hop. It's tatted on my body. God damn it.
It is.
Right. So I know what I'm talking about. Friendship or not, family or not, you're nice.
Yeah.
If the album ain't happen, it's because it wasn't meant to fucking happen yet.
Yeah. So, and that's another thing. Maybe that's another thing.
I think that's what it is.
So I right now, I was
excited. My bad.
I was in the studio the other day, working on something with Gates, obviously, because that's what we always do. We bounce off each other, and but like, yeah, I want to put out something by myself, and hopefully soon. I'm not gonna fake a front to y'all like, yo, this is when it's coming out.
Next week. Nah, don't rush it. It'll happen when
sabotage my own shit, but
yeah.
but it's in me. It's in
Word.
me. It's in me, and it's gonna happen. For those who are even inquiring, you know what I'm saying? And then for those who don't know me and just have the ear for hip hop and you want to hear some like real like rap and bars and like, somebody who cares, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm somebody that you would want to, give a shot. And then if you don't like it, then it is what it is.
You don't like, it might not be in your palate.
Everything's opinionated, but I'm pretty confident because I come from that era. I put the pen to the paper, man. Like, speaking about the fucking verses, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that was a good polarizing moment for like people to understand that like, yeah, all the gimmicks and antics are cool, but like you gotta be able to rap, right? And that's what Jadakiss kind of put on the forefront that night. He showed for the kids who kind of like don't respect, that part of the fact that you got to be an MC for real. You got to really like rap or speak something that resonates to the people so that you could get that vibe and that mood and that reaction, He definitely put that shit to the forefront, and that's that's what I grew up being influenced by. So if you do hear a project from me, which you will, that I'm not, I'm looking for production, so whoever's willing to work, you could always send it to me. Like I said, my
links.
Instagram is at Tri-State_Faze. So if you ever want to like reach out, I'm willing to work with anybody as long as it resonates with me.
Correct.
Because that's important. So
1,000,000%.
if you're a producer and you got work and we could work, and also I got my boy Rams. Shout out Rams.
Shout out to Rams. It's such a small world, bro.
Shout out to Rams because he's one of those producers that
underrated.
Underrated and not that known. Like a lot of people don't know that he gets it in the way he does. So
hard.
We've been spending a lot of time, and he's been cooking up some stuff. He just sent me something. So you'll see production from him for sure. That's a for sure. But like I said, if anybody's willing to work, I'm down.
I think I can't wait for something like that. But
I got you.
Right, but this is my thing. We're on air, right? But I would have this conversation with you off air. It doesn't fucking matter to me. Yeah. And this is why I love AWOL podcast. Like, share, subscribe.
AWOL podcast.
Right? All walks of life. The only reason I'm saying I can't wait for it, but guess what? I could wait for it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I absolutely
you know what I mean? Like, I can't wait, but I want it done the Faze justice that I will wait.
Yeah.
Not that I could. I can't wait. But guess what? I will wait.
Word.
I will wait for that.
Word.
And when that shit drop, it'll be a fucking snowball effect. And then I'm like,
yeah.
You can't just give me just one.
Yeah.
Where's the next one, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll snowball.
I'm definitely one of those people that like you remember when you were a kid, like that one kid didn't want to play, it wasn't that fun. A lot of people they play and then, I feel like, if I was to join the game, they would feel like it's a lot more fun. You know what I mean? But then I just sit out and they're like, man, you corny. Like,
yeah.
And that's the shit. I've been called out. You know who you are. I got a lot of respect for you. But yeah, I've been called out.
On some rap shit?
Some rap shit. People call me out. Who knows, yo? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? And it's not. People have called me out. People have called me out. Monster called me out. We laughed about it. I told them not to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, people just want to see me battle because they know I'm cut from that cloth. I'm a battle rapper, and I like to showcase that. Yeah. And I forgot it's 2021. I can't say I'm a battle rapper, right? Because now in 2021, when you say you're a battle rapper, you're putting yourself in that category of, you're just a battle rapper, but since there's all those platforms with that, which is a whole nother lane where the dudes are eating and having, they're getting a lot of money. Yo, shout out to all the dudes. Yo, listen, man, I used to be in the battle circuit back in the day. I used to battle in Fight Club. Shout out to Von Jeff. He was the A&R at the time, who was actually throwing the auditions. I would go there on Fridays. I battled a few people that you already see on screen, you know what I'm saying, that are doing their thing now. So it's like, right before that thing kind of took off, I was a part of that. And do I like it as much now, the battle scene? No. But it's very dope to see the levels that they took it to. Like, they those dudes are like pseudo celebs. They're making money. They're making money. They're feeding their families. So
exactly.
So kudos to all of y'all. But I just never want to categorize myself as battle rapper because people get.
I don't listen to it.
People get that misconstrued. But more or less, I'm cut from that cloth. So a lot of people want to always throw me into that fire.
Faze, what you got?
Challenge me, yo, Faze, what you got? But I take it. I get flattered by it because I know that really what they want to hear something.
At the end of the day,
they want to hear something, and maybe if I was to give them more, then they wouldn't feel the need to challenge me.
That's what I mean. I think that's what I mean. Like, if a project came out, they'd be like, "Did you call him out? Come on, bro. We were fucking winning until you went and called him out." Like, you get what I'm saying?
Nah, yo, and in all honesty, if you wanna challenge me, you know what I'm saying, then I like it, you gotta just rap. You gotta rap at me. Rap me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the best way I could explain it, because it's like, yo, I'm to the point.
Rap.
Like, I'm old now. I'm older now, so for me, it's like, I don't
Ain't
know.
nobody got time for that. Dog.
Nah,
Come at me.
Because I don't even
Rap
want to
at
play
me.
nobody, because, you know, the last person to challenge me, I do respect his MC, and I respect him as an individual. So for me, it's like, okay, you know, I respect that challenge. I really, really do. I just, you know, it's just like, all right, but let me hear it then. Like, let me hear something.
Yeah.
You know, and then maybe we could do that. But, you know.
So wait, they didn't challenge the person that you respect, the MC, they didn't come at you on the MC level, came at you on some what level?
No, on the MC level, like to battle, like
But did they lay a verse down and
no, and
it was like, oh, he don't want
they
it.
said it through social media, and that's
I get what you mean. Rap me, don't write. I'll take his food.
Yeah.
Come take it.
Nah, he didn't even say it in a disrespectful way. He more or less was trying to like get me out of my rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? And I know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like what Nori is doing to Beanie Siegel, because Nori's trying to like challenge Beanie Siegel to a versus, and he was like talking shit, but it's like fake shit talk.
No, but
you know what I'm
you know
saying?
what though? Who you think got that?
Nori versus Beans, that's a tough one, yo, because they both got a lot of joints.
I'm Nori all day.
Nori got
I'm Nori all day.
No, it's just too much.
It's too much.
And then he's CNN too, so it's like it's
too
double
much.
catalog.
It's too, even his solo.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's too much.
Even the reggaeton shit.
Bro, what song made the Neptunes pop more than Nori?
Yeah, exactly.
Pharrell is Pharrell.
Because of Nori. So he
Mate,
says. So he says as well. And shout out to Nori too. Drink Champs podcast, right?
Super.
Shout out to him.
Fucking
because I love that shit.
Dope.
Yeah. I love that shit.
His episode with Lil Wayne made me respect Lil Wayne on a whole nother level. Mayweather on a whole nother level.
It's a great podcast. So shout out to them.
And they get bombed.
Shout out to AWOL podcast.
You already know, like,
subscribe,
dog.
But yeah, man. So yeah. Like I said, anytime that anybody has called me out, unless it was like real beef and like they just want to diss me or some shit, which didn't really ever happen because I don't really beef with nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
But for the most part, like, you know, and I love it. You know, I love it because like, yo, like,
it's hip hop.
Like, it's hip hop. It's competitive. It's just like playing ball. Like, how you want to play let's play 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. You know.
Yeah.
I just like lately, I'm just not. I want to do a project, man. Like,
I want to work.
I want to show people like, yo, like, and not even the people, because even the people from the past, like, those people fade away. Like, nobody really even matters no more. More or less, I'm a brand new person to whomever, and I know I carry this key from back in the day. I know I have this thing that doesn't exist in a lot of artists nowadays, because I come from that and I'm cut from that. So therefore, you know, that's what I could provide, right? And you know, I feel like a lot more people that sound like me should be more consistent and should feed the game more, because we're doing a disservice not only to ourselves but to hip hop as a culture, because we're allowing other people to be putting out stuff as we hold inside a talent that should be heard. So that's kind of why I want to do it too, because this shit is like Seymour. To me, my talent, my rap talent is like Seymour, the plant. Oh no, nah, his name not Seymour. Little Shop of Horror. You know, feed me, Seymour.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horror.
Little Shop of Horror with Rick Moranis.
Exactly, the Venus flytrap.
Yep.
That was his plant, right? But it like got out of control, and it was like, feed me, Seymour, and it was eating people and all types of shit. You know, and that's what rap. That's what this
dope.
That's the comparison that I can have with rap. You know, I didn't choose. I planted this seed a long time ago because I fell in love with hip hop, but I didn't choose for it to become this monster. That, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. AWOL podcast, man.
Oh my God, now that shit got me thinking, dog.
So it became a monster that kind of ran my life, where like, you know, people would see my plant, you know, before they see me, type shit, like, you know. And that's what happened to Seymour. Seymour, you know, his plant became a monster. So, you know, for me, it's like, you know, that's the best way I could compare it to. The shit is just like, I see it like it's an entity that exists within me, you know? Because there's my personal life, and then there's like me rapping and the possible career that it could take me on and the possible path that it could, and then also the art form and it resonating in other people's ears and like hearing me and maybe helping them get through something, because a lot of music helped me get through stuff. And if I possess that, why not help the next person? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I see it as like this thing that I need to this thing that I have that I need to use to that I need to expose, because if I don't, it's like, I hate to keep doing analogies, but it's like we're stuck on an island, right? And I got a fucking Snickers bar in my pocket and everybody's hungry. You understand? And I could fucking pull the Snickers out, but I choose not to.
Yeah.
And the shit's just melting in my pocket. Pretty soon, I'm not even gonna be able to eat it.
Yeah, you just fucking rapping the fucking.
So that's what rap is. So to everybody who's hearing me do all these analogies, let that be the last one. It's like if I have a Snickers bar on an island and I'm not letting anybody eat it. So
share that's Snickers.
So that's my answer to why I want to release something.
Because you're not the same when you're hungry.
Before I die, it's because I want to not hold back something that I feel like somebody else needs.
Damn. Fuck, we did about 2 hours, dog.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to like part 2, part 3.
We can keep. You want to keep going? We can keep going.
Nah, I mean, what time is it?
I don't even know, dog.
Yeah, it's pretty late. I mean,
it's 12 o'clock.
It's 12 o'clock.
You know what? Listen. This is what I'm gonna say. There was no way I was gonna get through my podcast year without you on here.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you for having me, yo. I appreciate it.
Bro, it was a mission.
This is like practice, right? You get like media practice, right?
Right.
But now this the real thing. So
Right.
AWOL podcast. This is dope.
Thank you for coming through.
And congratulations to you for even, getting this shit to where you got it to, because I remember when you were thinking of it and to see it come to fruition the way it is now, and seeing the guests that you've had here, local people and whatever, this shit is dope.
Thanks, man. I'm having a fucking great time. I'm just genuinely curious, and I'll sit down with whoever, and it's like I get to pick my own guests. Like,
yeah, you made me feel important real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, is that sarcasm?
No.
Oh, I thought you meant that like. I thought it was sarcastic.
You made me feel important.
No,
I mean, sarcastic on the important part, but no.
No. Oh, yeah. No, but like, there's no production company. Like this ain't my job. Nobody's like, you have to sit down with so and so next week.
Yeah.
No. I am like, please, would you please come to the crib?
Yeah.
I know it's a Saturday. You got something else to do.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
But I'm saying for other guests, I usually shoot on Saturdays.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, I can't believe they fucking came here.
And
that's crazy.
And that right there should go to show what you got going on here, because a lot of times, even us, regular people want to feel important sometimes, right? We want to have a platform. We want to be able to speak our mind in a way where, shit, I don't know who's gonna watch this. You know what I'm saying? And who's gonna be like, yo, like, I really fuck with this dude. Like, let me follow him. Let me hit him up. Like, yo, that podcast was dope. I want to hear you talk more. Or, you know what I'm saying? So, this is dope for you to even create a lane in any way, shape, or form. And when I did see the Bobby episode, which I didn't see it all the way through, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're long. These are long.
They're long. And shit, if you even got to this point in this episode, yo, kudos to you. I appreciate it.
Right? But we couldn't just do 30 minutes though, because it's not gonna work. You see what I'm saying? It don't work. It don't work like that.
But when I saw the Bobby episode, I'm like, oh, so he's starting to like, incorporate like artists like when I saw Flames actually was the first time that it hit me. Like,
shout out to my homie Flames.
Yeah, shout out to Flames.
Chris Mann, baby.
Home team.
Home team. Resident cool guy, dog.
Man.
Nature Born. Shout out to Nature Born.
Shout out to Nature Born, man. Big bros over there.
Yes, sir.
If you get their first project, well, the home team project, I'm all over that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to that, when I saw you like interviewing them and then Bobby and then, I'm like, oh, like you're starting to attract that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which it always starts at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once you start to attract the home artists, then you know that you're capable. You know that you could get a valid artist, you know, to come in here and maybe, you know, you never know, bro.
Yeah.
You're a fan of a lot of underground cats that are easily
I could probably Zoom some people right now.
Easily accessible, bro. And you know, you never know what could go on with these views. And, you know, like I said, bro, more power to you.
Thanks, man,
for doing this. I think this is dope. And like I said, you made me feel important. So
I really, really, really like. It's a weird thing because you're my brother. Like with this podcast or not, it don't fucking. I was at your house 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. I've known you for fucking forever. Fucking, we go to Portuguese and get Portuguese food. It don't fucking matter. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo,
we fucking fam.
Shout out Barbecue Luso.
Yeah.
On NBA in Perfect.
So like,
New Jersey.
we fam though, right?
You know what I mean?
But like, just because we fam, it doesn't mean that I don't. Like, I could tell you in a living room or in the backyard somewhere, yo, you nice, dog. But yeah. No. I need you to come here so you realize that I'm letting you know that I respect you.
Thank you.
On that level. And you're fucking nice.
Yeah, you're one of those people that I know I wouldn't be here if you didn't feel that way.
Yeah, and I just wouldn't be a homie.
Not even be here if you didn't feel that way. More or less, you wouldn't be saying that if you didn't genuinely feel that way. And I respect that because, you know, you're one of the few people who are super immersed in the culture, hip hop in general. You know, from b-boying to just everything, bro. Like meeting you at the point when I did was a key moment to like me learning kind of like my next phase of hip hop, right? So you don't see it that way because you're old, because you're older than me.
Yeah.
So when you're unveiling these pieces that I haven't heard, you're kind of adding to my kind of like mental, you know, discography of records that I know, you know, from people, and like, you know, you're diversifying my portfolio. That's what I kind of like meant to say. You know, my portfolio of like records that I know in my head, which actually helped me be an MC because, you know, I'm Dominican. I wasn't raised in a hip hop home. I wasn't raised with parents who listen to hip hop. I submerged myself into this
same
culture.
thing here.
Exactly. And I learned this shit. So I don't have older brothers either. And my older cousins, they weren't deep hip hop heads. They more or less listen to mainstream stuff. And when I became so deep in hip hop, then they would be like, yo, I know so and so, and I'll put them on to shit. But like, I was the hip hop one. So since I was so submerged, whenever I run into someone like you, you know, who put me on, is almost like an older brother putting me on to shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shout out to my boy Preem. He's another one. He's like my older brother, put me on to shit. You know what I'm saying? Just anybody who ever like, you know, put me on to like new hip hop, new music, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit matters. So yeah, for you didn't see it that way, but yeah. Even with, like I said, the Sean Price, the whole Sean Price thing, you know, I used to only know him through that one record. And you're the one that kind of like, nah, bro, this, Helter Skelter, blah, blah, blah. You understand? And it gave me a deeper understanding. So digging through those crates with you, through the Pharaoh Monch crates, through all the shit that we listen to, even you putting me on the Rusty Jukes, you know what I'm saying?
He's a problem.
Yeah. You know, you just put me in. You put me onto a realm that I kind of wasn't in touch with, which actually kind of like completed my, you know, my hip hop chamber. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, now I'm in tune with that too. You know, the Dooms, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Where that's kind of like the lane and category that I would put you in to what you listen to. You know.
But I feel like you did the same thing to me, where you were like, "Yo, you gotta check this group out." I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?" I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Yo, they're called Black Hippies. And I was like, here we fucking go. Here comes Faze.
I gave you the new of what you're used to, like
now.
Now
I'm like, did they drop it?
Yo,
fucking,
Kendrick,
where's Ab-Soul? Where's Kendrick? Where's J-Rock? Fuck.
Yo,
right?
Yeah,
but
man.
I remember, you're like, you gotta check this out, Black Hippies.
Black Hippies.
And it was like, chop that.
The soup. What was it? The soup?
The stew.
The stew.
The stew.
The stew. That was an amazing video.
Hold on. Fuck it. I'm not monetized anyway. So what they gonna do? Take zero money away from me. Give a fuck.
Nah, I mean, this is the early days of anything, you know, we're paying homage. I mean,
Nah, people do reaction videos all the time. Just their shit don't get, oh man, Vice City, super dope.
you got to just play that right there, the Black Hippie freestyle.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
this ain't.
It's not the stew.
No. I need that because that was what.
It's STEW.
No. I don't think that's what they called it. No way.
Yeah, it's right there. It's the fish. No, it's not that one. The fish on lens.
No, there's no way.
That's not it. Zip that chop.
Oh, zip that, chop that. That's exactly what it is. Hold on.
Zip that, chop that. If you guys haven't heard Black Hippie, zip that, chop that.
That was before.
Yeah, man.
And you know what?
August 11, 2010, it was uploaded.
Gee. Yup, because I closed my skate shop around that time.
What a time, man.
What a fucking time.
What was the name of the shop again?
City of Souls.
City of Souls.
SOLES. I still own the copyright, so fuck y'all.
City of Souls,
You know
man.
what I mean?
Hey, it might pop up again. Who knows?
Yeah, we might. We could work on something. Look at how young Kendrick is, dog.
We don't give a fuck.
No AWOL podcast. This is how we gonna end this shit right here, yo.
They can hear this?
Yeah. Yeah, they can hear this. They can't see it. They can hear it though. Cause I ain't screen recording. Well, I can put it later. Man. I'm too lazy.
Bring the alarm, awake to a bomb. You ain't a rapper, you Elton John, holding your John. I got a ton of croutons in the Louis Vuitton. That's big bread, the chickens are flying flocks when I come.
Call them a song. Have
Schoolboy Q.
Lighting matches underwater while embracing the storm. I'm cool and I'm calm. Laid back, smoking the farm. Socking the shit out of niggas till I'm breaking my arm.
Up in my zone, 2 blunts, cup of Patron.
J-Rock.
45 on me, shoot you if you fuck with me wrong. No homo, pause. That's your life and it's gone. Flatline, you don't put your life in the song.
I never drove a fast car. I almost ran over Tracy Chapman. She said drive slow. I said fuck off. Fab Soul, what's up, y'all? Other than your subpar, above all, I'm a heaven gate. Above all, fucking great. And every time we in the stool, we cook that
Yo.
yeah, homie.
Ab-Soul is a problem.
310 shit. 323 bitch.
Ow, nigga, welcome to the suit where we
Yo, look at how young they are. That's
Yeah, homie,
crazy.
this is what we do.
It's a great
323
era.
shit. 310 bitch.
Yo, they look so
Black hippies, the bag full, the bag empty. Spunt it all at the car lot, then crash quickly. I'm trying to come with enough power to pass 50. I'm talking 50 bill, you niggas don't fit the bill.
You niggas don't keep it real. You fake as Pamela's titties. I pound kitties. They hit the
video's fire,
club
too.
with dogs with me. Tan polos, no socks, chop dickies. Tan coupe, no top, bumping Biggie.
Blowing sticky. Before the group, been a hippie. Nitty 50.
all blue, real crippy.
Big money, long stocks, axe Pippi. Mask on, one sock, I get busy.
I smoke blacks, relax and watch Walt Disney. Puff squares, pacing circles until I'm dizzy. Speaking of Disney, fantasies I had many. I used to hate on Mickey Mouse, cause he had many. Anyway, every time we in the stew,
We cook that, chop that, what's that? That's cream.
yeah, homie, this is what we do. 310 shit, 323 bitch.
Ow, nigga, welcome to the suit where we
11 years ago.
What's that? That's cream.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Time
homie,
flies,
this is
bro.
what we do. 323 shit, 310
Bitch.
Final, made enough, richer than Lionel.
One of his
Fuck
best
bitches on my
bars.
job, coming harder than Rhino, breaking the spinal, laid back, bumping my vinyl, navigation on the scopes, easy to
find
find
you and I'm right behind you. Laid back, puffing the blunt, got on my lap, constantly talking shit, I'm a dump. Your homies acting charged up, they can still get jumped. Take your chain, ass the kush for all you punks.
However you want, whenever you want, you all can get it. Contagious is mad syphilis, blazing this God given this die over death sentences flow hot. Plus the beat knock like Jay Witnesses. Tell them I killed the witnesses. Gifted at 20 Christmases, itching to blow like 20 bitches with mouths that need a dick in it. Wow, I ran rap for half a mile and got tired.
I laid down and realized that I was lying.
Fucking crazy. And every time we in the stew,
we cook that, chop that, what's that? That's cream.
That
yeah, homie, this is what we do.
is what you put me up on, and that fucking changed
Yeah.
fucking mad shit. So
Yeah, man.
with that being said, you're my brother regardless of music or not. I don't give a fuck if you put an album out or not. I'm just saying
Yeah, man.
I would like to hear something. I think the world deserves it. If the world doesn't hear it, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't change the fact that you're super duper nice. Thank you for being a good friend and a good
for
brother to
sure.
me. You know
For
what I'm
sure,
saying?
bro.
This whole time. And thank you for doing the podcast, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to do this again, and we'll get it popping. Don't leave me out here,
my
right?
fault.
We're going to get this popping.
say
I'm
goodbye to the
going to put all the links in the description. Shout out to the homie Tri-State Gates, Tri-State L's, Tri-State Faze, Faze. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. We're gonna put something out soon, man.
Yes, sir.
You'll see.
Check out Port Authority. Go check out Gate
Port
shit.
Authority in the meantime. Yeah.
You go check out all that shit, man.
AWOL podcast. Holla at your boy.
Yes, sir. And we are out of here.
All right.
Peace.